Hey, don't forget to check out Rant Cafe wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, and so on. You can watch the episodes live as we make them on Twitch, links in the description. And of course, the links to all of our guests in each episode are in the description, so show them some love.
Yo, what is happening all day space fanboys, and welcome back to another episode of the Rant Cafe. Today, unfortunately, Animac cannot make it because he was busy kissing 400 people over the last week, including Briggs.
True story.
Right? True story. Anyway, today with us, we have Lord Brigo, who is a wholesome boy who makes edgy content.
I make edgy content since when?
Yes, a very opinionated content devised to piss people off and is very impressive. I personally love it.
My comment section is a shit show. But
I love it. It's great. We have Hiding in Public, who's an edgy boy that makes wholesome content.
That's accurate. No, that's accurate.
And we have Too Spooky, who is a spooky boy that makes spooky content. So he's, straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward.
I'm known as Infinite Spooky on the side, just so you guys are aware.
negative 2 spooky.
No,
Briggs, don't go there. Okay, I don't want flashbacks.
Oh, those memes
All
are
right,
hilarious.
Well,
Bullied out of Discord.
I'm glad we actually got an intro down where everyone was mentioned properly. Right, guys?
Maybe you should do the intros more often.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who does it normally? I don't really remember.
Yeah. Someone. You don't remember the man you kissed, Briggs?
Mm.
He kissed me.
Anyway.
I did not consent.
That sounds like a scandal.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to become the new FaZe clan. I'm excited.
Hey, King,
All right, so are we ready to begin? Oh, I didn't even explain what we're doing. The topic today is, since I just hit 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is more or less insane. I think we can agree. It's pretty crazy. I made a top 50 anime list, despite the fact that I knew that 99% of people would disagree with me. And I figured, hey, let's test that theory and have my friends roast my picks. So,
I don't like the way you said
this will be
friends.
very fun.
I cherish our friendship until I saw
cherish our
number
friendship
11 of
too,
your goddamn list, man.
Okay, this is too sad.
All right.
All right,
You
so
can start,
let's
you can start.
begin. I like to start this off by being as positive and wholesome as possible. I didn't want to annoy anyone when I started. I figured I'd get the edgy takes in a little later. So number 50 is My Hero Academia.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Someone actually gave bits before to say that you just put it not to piss off the My Hero Academia fans. But I think it's actually like decently accurate. I don't think it would make my top 50, but I think it would be close. It's top 100
so
for sure.
The way I put this together was I picked all the anime that I wanted to put in here, and I counted it up, and it ended up as 117. And then basically I just ordered them, and I took the first 50, and My Hero Academia ended up number 50.
I feel like I did the same thing on like today's tier list, like that I posted today. My Hero Academia got an A tier, but then I realized I don't like it nearly as much as like the things that it got below it at B and C. It just like it's good, it's not bad at anything. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but I don't love it. I don't like it.
See, I think it deserves at least top 40 for All Might alone, but that's just me.
So My Hero Academia, I thought that was like going to be my most controversial pick aside from number 11. And and you guys agree with me?
It's hard to even hate on because like it's all right at everything, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can't really compare. You have to hear what's above it.
Yeah, I
before
want
you
to see what's
start.
next.
All right. Well, number 49, not to piss anyone off, is Black Clover.
Black Clover is better than My Hero Academia. God damn it! I'm agreeing with you. I think Black Clover could even be lower on the list. I was about to say higher, but then no, lower on the list. That's more accurate.
To me, they're about even in my book. I mean, I'd say that's fair since you have to put one above the other. I would probably do the same.
I like
I
the
can
fights
consider them
better
similar.
in Black Clover.
Yeah,
I like the
I
characters
find-
better. Like I don't know.
I mean, for me, what really pushed it over the edge is that I like the characters a lot more in Black Clover as well as the fights. However, societally, I find My Hero Academia more interesting, but every second arc in My Hero Academia is focusing on training, and that doesn't talk about the society.
Okay.
I prefer the society in Black Clover as well, man. When you have the whole like upper class and lower class and how they treat each other and how
like
magic
the
is
overall-
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I like the overall society of Black Clover. However, when we get into like the societal hot takes of My Hero Academia, like the Stain arc, Stain's take on everything, and even the current arc in the manga, which is actually amazing. I don't know, the Endeavor arc. These were takes on the hero stereotypes and the villain stereotypes in a society that has quirks. I don't know. I like that a lot. But anyway, Black Clover won. So what are we arguing about? And no one...
Well, initially, I would have thought that I liked Black Clover less, but then as you were explaining it and you said society, my mind went to a completely different place, and I started thinking about the last con I went to and how frustrated I was that like 60% of the cosplay are all just Hiroaka. So I think I agree. Hiroaka is 50. Yeah.
I feel like My Hero Academia started off better. Like if I had only watched like the first like 5-6 episodes of My Hero Academia and then like the first whatever like 10 chapters of Black Clover, I would have probably been like My Hero Academia seems way better. Like even just the first season of My Hero Academia was great in my opinion. And then as I started like watching more seasons and read the manga, I just got less and less interested.
See, I think Black Clover has kind of a villain problem, whereas My Hero Academia's villains are some of my favorite these days.
Okay.
Hold on.
Second.
I think Black Clover's like main characters, like the quote unquote good guys, I think they're a lot better than My Hero Academia.
Far superior.
Their villains are kind of bland.
Okay, wait a second. In My Hero Academia, this is going to be a My Hero Academia versus Black Clover stream. So in My Hero Academia, villain-wise, Stain was great, and that's more or less it.
Oh, come on. Overhaul was such
I was about to say when you were talking about like the society and like I'm like Stain's the best part and he was there for like 5 episodes.
I like how Overhaul gave My Hero Academia stakes because people actually died. That hadn't happened until then.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to spoil because there's a lot of anime onlys, but I have enough complaints with the Overhaul arc, even though it's far superior, I think, to all the arcs prior to it, aside from Stain.
That's right.
But as far as Black Clover goes, I don't know how up to date you are, but the devil that was introduced like 10 chapters ago.
I'll give you that one. He
kills everything in My Hero Academia.
I just didn't like the elves very much. I mean, I get their motivations and everything, but like
their motivations made a ton of sense in regards to humanity, why they hate humanity, and they're justified. Totally. But what makes it even better is that the devil was the guy behind. And whatever, that's also spoilers. Let's.
All right, next number. I agree with you so far, Nux.
All right, number 48. I don't think any of you have seen it. Bungo Stray Dogs.
I have not.
I can't comment.
That means you didn't see it.
But considering you rank it better than MHA and Black Clover, I think it's worth a watch. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's actually sick. I like it a lot. And the 3rd season's going on right now, so that's pretty hype.
Yeah.
Number 47 is where everyone begins to lose their minds. Okay, it's Fairy Tail. Go.
Oh no! Come on.
Okay, I've watched 242 anime. Fairy Tail doesn't make my 200, so.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
I'm not at the part of Fairy Tail where everyone says it's good. I'm not at the Grand Magic Games yet, so like maybe I'm just ignorant. But from what I've seen so far, there's been some stuff that's really pissed me off. Like if I'm thinking logically about it, so I don't think it beats Black Clover and My Hero Academia. But that's
so again, this is a personal list, and there's a lot of nostalgia that I feel towards Fairy Tail. But aside from that, a lot of people complain about little nitpicks as far as power scaling and that type of stuff. But while the nitpicks are very justified, I don't feel like, and I'm actually working on a video why bad power scaling does not mean the anime's bad.
Well, I don't think it's bad per se. Like I love the characters, but like things just happen for no reason.
I would rewatch the entire Fairy Tail, provided you took out all of the fights. You know,
I was about to say, I feel like the actual characters themselves are likable, and that's what made me like stick around for 100 episodes. But then you slowly realize like I wasn't really enjoying the story or the fights or even like the magic. Like it was I felt like other than just like Natsu and Lucy and like some of the like side characters, I wasn't interested in like what was actually happening, but rather their relationship. I don't know.
So I do kind of get you, but I mean, since no one's really planning on catching up to Fairy Tail due to the bad reputation it has, can I spoil something that happened in the latest episode?
Absolutely.
It's not me.
I don't care.
I don't think anyone minds. If you've
I don't
seen it,
mind.
you've seen it. If you haven't, then you probably won't. But in the latest episode of Fairy Tail, the Alvarez Empire, the current arc is attacking basically, the kingdom of Fiore and stuff. And the Alvarez Empire is way stronger. In fact, the strongest mage of Fiore defected to the Alvarez to become one of their top 12 guys. So, like, they are way overpowered. And basically, there's this whole fight going on, and one of the enemy mages that it will not wizard people that it will not be naming because that's major spoiler ends up enchanting like their entire army of like almost 1 million troops or hundreds of thousands of troops, and they become like these crazy berserkers that one-on-one, like the random guys that never do anything in any anime, like the buddies in Power Rangers,
Oh yeah.
it's like
They actually get
each of those guys became stronger than your average wizard in Fairy Tail.
Oh, great.
That's crazy.
So basically, there was a plan that Mavis, the first leader, had to defeat the Alvarez and all that. However, I know this is a long tangent, but I'm just trying to get to why I love Fairy Tail. So Makarov, the leader of the guild, said, I'm going to have to use Fairy Law, which is basically the most overpowered attack ever. It's an auto KO to opponents and to anyone that you deem as a foe. However, it uses your life force. He has used it in the past, and it never really did anything to him because, he recovered after that. But if he would use it against such a strong army, it would continue to take them out while using up his own life force and eventually kill him. And Mavis says, look, don't. I mean, it's terrible. You're going to die. I have a plan anyway. And he's like, listen, your plan is going to take a while, and I'm not going to sit here while my kiddos are dying in front of me. And it's not worth watching a single one of them die. And he uses Fairy Law, and he uses up all of his energy, and he beats 80% of the enemy army with Fairy Law until his life force runs out and dies.
Damn, that's pretty cool. That's pretty deep.
That was in the latest
That
episode.
he actually cherishes like their lives more than his own type of thing. I don't know.
I mean, the second
So, like,
Urza.
the family of Fairy Tail
Yeah.
is legit better than almost anything in any other anime, and it deserves the respect.
That's fair, but
Well, that's what I was kind of saying. I feel like the actual characters are what made me stick around. It just like I felt like I was constantly getting more and more annoyed with the show as I watched it.
yeah, like the second Urza cut through a sword that could cut through dimensions, I knew I was in for a my brain. Was
Yeah.
So, like,
And
for example, in the latest episode, we got some massive Urza plot armor also.
Oh, great.
Basically, Natsu, this is also a massive spoiler, but he was on a rage mode, and he was crazy powerful, and he was fighting Gray, and I won't get to the logistics of the fight, because that's, like, huge spoilers for, like, the entire series was building up to this, so let's not get into that. And they were both insanely strong, way stronger than they were ever in any fight, and they were fighting each other, and Urza, without armor, basically jumps in between the two of them and stops both of their attacks with her bare hands. Which is a massive, plot hole, power scaling wise. And both of them like freak out that Urza jumped in middle, and they look at Urza and like tears are streaming from her face because Makarov just died. And both Gray and Natsu, who were in rage modes that were not able to basically fathom what was going on around them, they both totally snapped out of it just by seeing Urza, a character who's never like cried throughout the entire series. And she was just totally broken. And both of her arms were like destroyed from blocking these attacks. Like, that's what I mean by, you're right. Power scaling wise, it didn't make sense. However, it was epic.
Maybe it gets better later on. But one thing I feel like if I watched it when I was younger, I may have appreciated it more. Like, I watched Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece when I was very young, and Dragon Ball. But Fairy Tail was the one long-running shonen that waited like until like later in high school for me. And I feel like at that point I'd already watched like a lot of better shorter stuff, and I just had no patience for the bullshit that they were pulling.
Yeah.
So I feel like that.
Right, so in the chat it said that Urza cried before, and I believe you. I just don't.
I was about to say I'm pretty sure I remember
Probably
Urza
against.
crying.
I can't even remember his name right now. Never mind.
Anyway, we're only at like what 47.
Anyway, that was number 47. We're gonna have to move a little bit faster. I just felt like I needed to justify the Fairy Tail thing because it's higher than My Hero Academia and stuff. Anyway, number 46, which is just a wee bit higher than Fairy Tail, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god!
Come on, Nux, what the heck? You're telling me that's not like top 25? Are you kidding me?
I love it.
I was gonna say this
Remember
needs to be at least
I'm
like
so
20,
sad.
20 ranks lower.
I didn't realize I was
Okay.
gonna get this upset so quickly.
That's a big jump,
So
man.
I'm actually having a much better time than I would have expected.
Man,
I don't
where
know
do
what
I
to say
have it
other than you're
ranked?
just wrong.
I'm taken aback at it.
No, I remember whenever you were explaining like why it was on your top 50 in the video. You were talking about slice of life and stuff. You're like, when I think of slice of life, I think of Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop is one of the best slice of life anime.
I think Bebop is in my top 5. If not, it's in my top 10. It's
in my top 5 for
one, 2,
Well, I picked
3.
good candidates for this stream, I think.
I think it's 4.
Wow.
I think it's number 4.
I think it's a little bit overrated. Like I wouldn't put it in my top 10, but it's close. It's like top 15, top 20. 46 Nux.
Yeah.
Yo, it's top 50. That's really good.
Fairy Tail though? Are you kidding me?
It's above Fairy Tail.
Yeah, but like that's
There should be a lot more in between.
Fairy Tail to God. What the
There'd be a
heck's
lot more
going
in
on?
between.
All right. Look, man, think about it. The overarching plot was very meh. Spike is a good character, and I love him. And, you know, the few episodes that focused on the Spike and Vicious plot, like, those were great episodes.
I was gonna
And
say,
so,
how was the overarching
there-
plot, man?
There was no overarching plot.
Oh, yes, there was. Yes, there was.
No, there
You don't,
wasn't.
you don't understand Cowboy Bebop. New video coming out on hiding. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, go for it. Do it and rip off my thumbnail just to
Yeah.
infuriate me.
Use the green text. Okay. No, the overarching idea of like Cowboy Bebop, the whole thing is that like as you get older and you have to deal with like the weight that's on your back and like the bad things that have crossed in your life, you have to learn to be able to like deal with the sort of tension that's on your back. That the more you go through, the more baggage you end up carrying, the stronger you have to learn to be in order to cope with and move on with that. So like even though it's episodic in nature, the overarching plot is sort of seeing that deterioration, the highs and the lows
So
of these
you're-
characters
You're not
until they
talking about
eventually.
an overarching plot. You're talking about an overarching theme.
You're gonna
I
carry that
mean,
weight.
Yeah, I guess.
And
but I mean, it's
I
still.
agree that there's thematic relevance to the entire series, as well as individual philosophical points that the individual episodes make. And I do like Cowboy Bebop more than Fairy Tail, which is very respectable.
I do
However,
respect that.
thank you.
We're getting F's in chat, boys.
I don't know. I still look personally. I'm very happy with placing it at number 46.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
But like
But just
for
'cause it's
example, I
episodic
don't
doesn't mean it's
Jeff,
doesn't mean
Jet. I was never a fan of Jet, his character.
He
I
reminds me
like
of
Spike.
Kojiro.
Iron is like, god tier puppy.
Hell
Right?
yeah.
I like. Damn, I don't even remember the kid's name. What's the
Ed?
kid's name?
Edward.
Ed. Love Ed, and I personally think that Faye Valentine is overrated.
I mean,
Okay.
a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Like everyone loves her. She's like the de facto anime best girl, and I don't see it.
Okay, I'll agree with you there.
overrated. No
I don't
shit
think that
when you're
she's
an
the-
11.
I have physical tears. Physical tears running down my face.
Physical
All right,
tears.
well, and here I thought I would be the one crying. Anyway, so Cowboy Bebop happily claims the throne of number 46,
I'm just
and everyone agrees.
from here going onward. I'm gonna think this show is better than Bebop. This show is better than Bebop.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, M Master, thanks for subscribing with Twitch Prime 2 months in a row.
Hell
Next-
yeah.
Next
Bad
number.
line.
All right. So moving on, number 45. No game, no life. No. What the hell?
Was it a gun sound?
Honestly, I just put this above Cowboy Bebop because I wanted to hear Animax reaction.
Well, guess what? I actually do like No Game No Life better than Cowboy Bebop, but both of these
Thank
picks,
you, Briggs.
Like-
both of these picks, Cowboy Bebop and No Game No Life would be in my top 25. So
See, I just finished No Game No Life, like the anime, literally a couple of days ago, and I'm sad. Like I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty good, but it's nowhere near the level of quality that Cowboy Bebop has.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I mean, I'm biased. I love No Game No Life. I love it so much. Like I've read all the light novels too and stuff.
Damn.
I was bamboozled. It stopped at episode 12. To be honest, I thought it was 24 episodes, and then there just wasn't another one, and I was like, oh,
and
okay.
you went to like No Game No Life. I just think people,
and then-
everyone's complaints are like what they use is so over the top that it doesn't make sense and you can't follow. Well, clearly you're just not an intellectual.
I mean, I just didn't like the sexualization of the 11-year-old, but everything.
What do you
else
mean?
was fine.
She's a flock girl. No, I'm kidding. You're talking
Everything
about
else
the
was
main
fine.
character.
Like, it didn't really like. I get the trope, so like, it didn't like bother me, but it just took a minute to get over that.
I mean, I'm
move
just so immune to it all at this point. When you've been watching
Yeah.
anime for so many years, it's
Exactly.
just like there's a lot of there's even a lot of fan service and stuff. I find it that like they kind of separate it from the plot. Like it's kind of like if the episode's actually getting serious, the fan service kind of disappears. So I find like it doesn't actually distract me or annoy me in that way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I will
Yeah,
say
thanks,
though,
Chatty, for subscribing, by the way, on Twitch.
not looking at the rankings before this that are lower than it, but just looking at the straight ranking of where it is, I think I kind of agree with you because like I'm looking at my own list, of course, like comparing and contrasting and stuff. I think No Game No Life is around the late 30s, about 40 mark on like where it is ranked. So like I think I agree, but we probably
Alright,
have
so
completely
how would you
different
compare it
lists.
to My Hero Academia. I mean, I understand Cowboy Bebop. That's like everyone will disagree with, but No Game No Life compared to like My Hero Academia.
I think I like I'm just. It must just be the shonen fanboy in me, but I would probably put Black Clover, My Hero Academia ahead of it.
Well, fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
like, I also did I didn't hate it at all. Like I thought it was good.
I love
I
No
don't
Game
want
No
to be like,
The worst part about No Game No Life is, of course, they had to end it on that coin
yeah, what the
toss.
hell was that?
Like, why? The
was
coin
expecting
toss.
much
You
more.
couldn't make something epic the finale, and it's like, no, I will actually not have heads or tails.
Season.
So do we
two.
both win or do we both lose?
That was actually a great ending. I loved how non-satisfying it was. It was great.
Yeah.
I like how he pulled it off though, because that's so his character.
It
It's
is.
like basically saying, "Here we go. I'm now gonna play with the mechanics of the world. You know how how everything has to follow games." And he's like, "So now, what would you like to do in this situation?"
It was extremely emblematic of his character. It's like
Yes.
if you could have like one scene to represent his character.
The one thing that always throws me off is he's supposed to be like this shut-in neat, and meanwhile he's like the most charismatic guy ever.
True.
Yep.
And that's the
Just
one thing
like
that throws me off
me.
with the show.
I
Also,
relate.
people take it way too seriously. They try to like compare it to things like Code Geass and Death Note. And I'm like, it's not that deep. The whole reason
What?
they're invited to the world is just because the god of the world wants a rematch. So you can never quit while you're ahead. Like I fucking love it. And I agree with Nux. I think I would definitely rank it better than Black Clover, Fairy Tail, and My Hero Academia. Even better than Cowboy Bebop for me, but it just like closer to 50 is not where I would put it.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rank it ahead of everything you put, probably, except for Bebop. And also the like rough placement isn't too far shot off from where I would on my own list.
Epic.
So it's not that bad.
Well, next, number 44, Evangelion.
Yep, and that's the big yike from me.
In the chat, it just said, if Evangelion is not at least top 5, I expect Hiding to kill Nux.
See, I think I'd probably put that around like maybe like the late 20s for me. Like I liked it a lot, but like
Does this include E EOE?
We have, I would, yeah, I guess, include it. But, Spooky, I've seen more anime than you. So,
yeah,
like,
you're right.
statistically, you would put it in, you know, the 20s, and I would put it in the 40s, but I've seen double the amount of anime.
You're right. You're right.
There's only so many good anime.
I'm using maths here to survive. You see this?
Oh,
Guess what,
you're
Nux?
trying to pull a prank on
I
me.
actually very much agree with where you put this.
Thank you.
I don't
I
know.
like-
I think it's so overrated, man. I like it. Don't get me wrong. It just like I feel like people are just like look at all these like thematic things about it and symbolism, and they're like, it's so deep, man. Like, and then that
See,
makes it so much better for them.
Symbolism- Yes. The symbolism is what pisses me off about Evangelion, because some of it is there, but a lot of it is not.
Oh, it's
like,
there.
oh my
it just
God,
like
The
they're-
angel is on a cross. I've seen
Oh, yeah,
crosses before, you know.
and like it's not even like they're reaching a little bit with it, but at the same time, even if it's there, it doesn't make it better. Like I don't know. It just doesn't make the actual plot better for me. I don't know.
Okay, so Ava is not counting movies. my third highest rated one. I give it a 9.7. The thematic stuff you guys are talking about, like the crosses and Christian symbolism and stuff. Yeah. No, that doesn't mean anything. It's just kind of cool stuff. You know, I think that Hideaki Anno actually has said that and stuff. I'm not gonna defend that, but I think the actual message of Eva, which for some reason half of the videos on Eva completely missed the point, and I was able to summarize it in like 2 minutes in one of my videos. Is one of the most fundamentally important messages that you could possibly be told, and I think Eva tells it the best, specifically with End of Evangelion. Not even just getting the robot, it's the idea of the individual and the group. So the whole thing is Shinji is afraid of hurting people and talking to people and getting close because he knows that he will get hurt. So he doesn't want to be an individual. Third Impact comes and makes all human beings one being. And so the whole process of End of Evangelion, you know, the whole plot and everything, is everybody has not died, but they moved from Third Impact into one powerful being where everyone is the same. So Shinji has to accept that there is pain and suffering in the world. He has to accept that while being an individual will mean that you're lonely, it will also grant you the power to make other people's lives better. And so it's that choosing to be an individual and be your own person instead of giving into the group. It's one of the most fundamentally amazing and beautiful and inspiring messages that you could possibly have. And Eva is the only show I've seen do it in such epic proportions. Like, you see literally a giant ghost winged angel with boobs come up on the earth and kill everything. Come on, that's pretty awesome. And then an eye opens that's actually a vagina. It's like, I mean, it's great.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. I do very much like it. But at the end of the day, this isn't like, we're not even like ranking like the best anime. This is Nux's like favorite of all time. And I find, even though I could see how good it is, it didn't like increase my, like, I just didn't enjoy it. I think part of the reason I didn't enjoy it may actually be the characters as well. I'm
like, horribly annoying for a lot of it.
Yeah, I feel like I was sticking around for like the plot, but like, I was kind of annoyed by the characters, and I don't know, my enjoyment level was not even close to like what people like compared to other people and what they like, how much they praise it, you know?
The thing that I don't like whenever people are talking about it is how much they go on and on and on about, otaku culture. Yeah, otaku culture. You can be your, it's about going outside, but all these people are staying inside. Like, come on. Okay, yeah, we get it. Stop. like half the videos on Eva say the exact same thing, and it's completely boring and useless and completely misses the actual point of the show, which I'm not some genius who knows the actual point while everybody else doesn't. Most people get the point of Eva, I think. But for some reason, there's this whole weird conversation about, taku culture, stay in your room, here's the figurines, I don't like it. It's irritating. I can agree. Some of the hype around Eva is frustrating, even to me. Like all the fetishizing of Kaoru as like a legitimate character, even though literally his entire point is just to be a source of negativity for Shinji. Like, there's a lot of aspects that I don't like.
I wonder if it's the community that ruined it for me.
The core show, NGE and EOE, not the rebuild. Screw the rebuilds. Nah, dude, it's great.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's in my top 45 anime.
Top 45. How many have you seen? There's a lot of things I think you've seen way more than me.
I've probably seen like 300 anime.
Yeah. God damn, man.
When I said 242 before, I made up a number. I just know it's over 200.
Well, I know that on Mal, I have like 215 that I finished, but I haven't updated my Mal in a long time. So whatever.
Well, I mean, I haven't touched like my Mal or my other whatever Hummingbird in probably like a year or two, and I've obviously been watching like tons of anime since then. So it's the same thing with me. All right, next number.
In any case, I'm very happy putting Evangelion in 44. My enjoyment of the show, despite thematic relevance, doesn't make it necessarily more enjoyable to watch. And I don't know, I'm with Briggs on this one.
Yeah, just based on enjoyment and me actually like, would I go back and want to rewatch the show? There was nothing in me that makes me want to rewatch it at this point, you know?
Oh, so I have a great example for you. Hiding. Mob Psycho 100. I feel like the themes in Mob Psycho personally hit me harder than the themes in Evangelion. So with that said,
I love
Mob Psycho hits me with it every single episode without fail. especially in season 2, there is an emotional high and there's a different take on what makes someone special and what makes someone special. And Evangelion, while you're right, you have this nice sum up point that you've made, and I agree with you. It's
crapping
cool.
on half of the people.
Yes, and that isn't. This is a 25 episode show with a movie sequel, and that is what you get from it. You know?
Yeah, I feel like
it's
one
just not a
giant
recreated
climax. It's like one build up to a climax versus Mob has a lot of small climaxes. Like I'm not like honestly, it's pretty dang close between me. I think that the messages have affected my life more personally with Ava, but like Mob's second season is number 4. Like Ava's number 3, Mob's number 4. Like so.
Did you say Cowboy Bebop was number 4? I mean, I'm not keeping
oh,
track.
Wait, no. Sorry, Bebop's number 5. Sorry, I must have miscounted because there's movies thrown in here and first seasons and garbage.
You know what it could be? I find that if I care about the characters, like for example in Mob Psycho, like I like the thematic messages as well and the overall theme going on through it. But then if I like the characters more and I like the art style and the fighting and it's like if everything's good, I care about those themes so much more because I wasn't enjoying Ava that much. I feel like everything else I was just like, oh, I don't care about. Like it's like that's not impacting me very hard because I don't care about who's being affected within the anime.
Yeah. I cared about Shinji. I really hated Asuka at first, and then she has her.
Asuka was my favorite character in Evangelion.
Same.
Well, her redemption in episode 22 is like the best thing ever. It's great.
I think she's the only good character in the entire show.
where it gets in really inside her head.
I'm not gonna disagree with you there, Bray. No, there was that one scene where Shinji was pissing in a urinal. That was the best thematic scene in the entire series. Anyway, moving on. Number 43 on my list is from the New World, Shinsekai Yori. Have any of you seen it?
Can't comment.
I have not.
I think Digi made a video on it.
Isn't that isn't that
the
his
worst
favorite
video
anime?
on his whole channel? No offense to him, but he clearly does not understand Shinsekai Yori. Whatever.
That's the only thing I've seen about the show.
Did you actually watch his video?
Yeah, I watched his video on it. Yeah. And my friends
so
who've seen it were pretty mad.
It's not a matter of mad. It's just like, first of all, the title was just devised for clicks. You know, Shinsekai Yori is worse than Sword Art Online. So I respect that. But Shinsekai Yori is amazing, and no one's seen it, so I guess we'll move on. Thematically, though, I feel like Shinsekai Yori is so much more powerful than Evangelion. Fun fact.
Well,
so maybe you'll have something to watch.
It's worth an SAO, so I don't know.
Yeah, so they say. Anyway, number 42, Kuroko no Basket.
I've watched one season. It was over the top in the first season. I heard it gets even like way more over the top later on.
Yeah, it gets better. It keeps getting better. But in any case, so no one has seen it. So moving on again. Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Number 41, Trigun.
Trigun's great.
I can get down with that.
I like how you like Trigun better than like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, everyone tells me how Cowboy Bebop is better than Trigun. Nah, fam. Trigun is awesome.
Honestly, I'm on the same page as you here.
And dude, Briggs, I love you. And can you agree that Spike is a worse character than Vash?
No.
Damn it! So
but then everything. But okay, that's the one thing I won't agree with. But as an overall picture, like everything involved with Trigun, I like better. I actually like it better than Cowboy Bebop.
Same here.
But just not the protagonist. Spike is just so fucking cool, and then when you get his backstory and stuff, it's hard not to like him more.
Bruh, Vash has quite the hell of a backstory too.
Rip.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Anyway, whatever. I'm glad everyone seems to agree, sort of. And Hiding didn't see Trigun, right?
Yeah, no, that's still on my PTW.
All right, PTW. What does that mean?
Plan to
Post?
watch. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know why I abbreviated it.
All right, BTW. We're in the top 40 now. Number 40, Toradora. And Invader Slim just subscribed. Thank you. Very cool.
I can't comment.
Toradora. That's a good show. I like it. I like it. It's a good show.
Heidi, we were just talking about
going on here.
Toradora on the anime dudes thing. I haven't seen it, but you guys apparently love it. I don't know.
Like everyone's trying to convince themselves. Yeah, I've seen it. I like it. It's pretty good. Exciting. All right, so no comments, anyone?
I can understand why you'd rate it higher or lower. I'm not gonna have a passionate death battle over it. I think it's pretty good. I like it. As
Also,
the rom-coms go.
I feel like romance anime in general are of their own vein. It's like, for me,
Yeah.
saying, what do I like more, Toradora or Trigun? I'm like, I don't know.
Like Trigun's so much more hype, but it's just a different type of show.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you could base this off the other romance anime on my list. Like number 39, for example, which is Golden Time.
I like that one as well. That's another one that I like. Although I think the last half sags a little bit. But
I do know why you say that, but I feel like Golden Time was the superior Toradora, even though I hear everyone say the opposite.
I mean, I made a video on Golden Time before I made a video on Toradora, so it must have been more special, right? That makes
All
sense.
right, I'll take that as a confirmation. Thank you, Hiding. Very cool. All right, next, number 38, Parasite the Maxim.
Hey,
Great series.
Parasite's amazing. I'd have it lower.
Great series.
I love you guys.
I like Trigun
I
better
love
though.
you guys.
Some
I
of the
would-
stuff that's above it, like a certain cowboy thing or whatever, but
Yeah, I was gonna say Cowboy Bebop and actually no, maybe not. I like
Parasite's really good. though.
Parasite was so
Parasite's really
freaking
good.
hype. When Goto became like the prime minister of Japan, bro, they played the human political game where the teacher who was taken over by parasites, she ended up actually raising a child and becoming sort of human, while Shinichi was becoming more, less human. Like the entire series was amazing.
Oh yeah,
Enjoyment wise,
Bro,
I actually
there
agree
was
with
that-
you. It's way better than everything else.
I'd probably
before
rank it higher, to be honest.
But yeah, no, Parasite's like
the
my top
insane
15. bro.
hype of Goto taking down the whole SWAT team or whatever. Like when you realize how much of a threat they actually are.
Yeah.
Aside from just killing people in their sleep, this one dude who has 5 parasites in his body, god damn, he took down an entire enemy SWAT team just so he could say, look at how powerful we are. Like, I don't know. I
Well-
respect Parasite. I feel like it's great.
It did
Yeah.
rip off Invasion of the Body Snatchers, so I think that we gotta knock it down a few points for that one.
Actually, when did Invasion of the Body Snatchers come out?
I think like the first one was in like the 80s or
Well,
70s.
I know the
something
mo-
like that.
Yeah, oh, well, there's one way to find out.
Oh, I got you, dog.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Oh God, 1956.
Oh, I was way off. Okay, I knew
Never
there was
mind.
one like that came out. I don't know. They've remade it a couple times.
Yeah, they've
But-
had a couple remakes.
I didn't realize it was that old.
Body Snatchers is a classic.
Yeah.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
in any case, Parasite. I'm glad you guys seem to agree. It's amazing. And I was about to say, like, I didn't know when the Invasion of the Body Snatchers came out, so I was gonna be like, well, Parasite came out in like the 1980s, but yeah.
I like how they
mind.
modernized it for the anime. I don't know
Yes,
if any of you
the adaptation
seen
was
the manga
amazing.
at all, but yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, I'm a huge Parasite fan.
Two
And the fact
thumbs
that what did he name his Parasite, Migi?
Yeah,
That Migi would wank for him because he knew that classic beauty. Anyway, number 37, I don't think any of you have seen it. It's World Trigger.
I have not.
I've heard the
I
name,
haven't
but
seen
that's
it.
about it.
Nope.
I heard it ends abruptly, so I'm like, what's the point of even picking it up now?
So it does end abruptly because the creator got sick, but the creator got better, so the manga's continuing.
Oh,
The
hi.
anime will come back. I think that it's one of the best. It's one of the most underrated shonens because the cast is phenomenal and the battle system is great,
Yeah.
and the plot's good too. So hey, that's basically what everything a shonen needs. Number 36, since none of you have any comment. Gankutsuo, the Count of Monte Cristo.
I actually haven't seen this yet. I've heard great
Nope.
things though.
Nope, haven't seen it.
None of you have seen this. This is a classic.
I know that
art
name.
Style.
I
It's
thought that
just
was a
so good.
movie
The art style looks so cool.
or a
Wait, you-
book or something.
Spooky, you've heard of
Yeah.
the Count of Monte Cristo?
Yeah,
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 thought-
that's a classic, man.
Well,
this
isn't
is
that
the
also
anime
like a-
adaptation, and instead of
okay.
like this old
Yeah.
story, it's a sci-fi in like the year 4000 or whatever, and there's aliens and stuff, and they do such a great job changing the entire premise. And also the book, I've read the book, and it's a great book. I don't like it as much as Animac because Animac's like, if it has less than 700 pages, I'm not interested. Like, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so he doesn't actually say that, but it's something he would say. So that follows the Count's perspective of the story, whereas the anime follows someone else, and you see the Count enter the story and basically wreck things. It's a fantastic show. You should definitely. It's great.
Noted,
It's great.
Noted.
No one.
I'm trying
no
to
one-
remember where I heard about that from. I think it was an Old Boy. I think they mentioned it in that, and that's what put the seed in my.
I think
Yeah,
it was
I
an
only
old boy.
Like, I don't know.
Oh, I heard
think
of
that's where I heard
Monte
it.
Cristo in school, and I knew that there was an anime of it. I just hadn't seen either.
All right. Well, no one's seen Count of Monte Cristo, so you can't disagree. I should make all lists like that, just these random obscure anime to show my epicness.
Just get
Number
everything on Mal that's
35.
like the bottom 100 ranked and make it your top 100.
Hell yeah! No
Can't
one
argue
knows.
with it if you haven't seen it.
It's like number 47, Boku no. Oh wait, people know this one. Like, anyway, number 35 is, I think, going to make you disagree. It is ReZero.
ReZero wouldn't even make my list.
I get roasted for not having seen it yet.
You didn't?
Damn.
Okay.
I'm so
I
glad.
think it started.
Exactly,
I think it
exactly.
started off pretty strong. I was very enjoying like the concept, but then I don't know. I don't even know why I dislike it. It wouldn't make my top 50. Enjoyment wise, not even close.
There's a season 2 coming out, right?
Hopefully it gets better.
I
I
mean-
feel like it was kind of all over the place.
I don't know,
probably when
man.
I'll
I
jump
feel like
on
it was
then.
actually really good. I don't agree that it was always all over the place. I feel like that was part of the charm. I don't know. The fact
didn't
that
charm me.
Subaru is becoming, well, apparently not. He was he was falling deeper and deeper into depravity and insanity, and the series was doing the exact same thing at the same time. I don't know. I feel like Subaru is one of the best written anime protagonists, even though I don't love the guy because he's an asshole. Hey!
Okay. That's something I can get behind. People crap on Subaru so much. Like, I mean, I don't like him that much. Yeah, he's a little annoying or whatever, but like, he's not a bad character. He's a well-written character.
He's
I
a
just-
great character.
behind
I
that,
understand
yeah.
not liking him, but he's a great character.
Yeah.
I mean, I
No,
understand creating like a side character like Sasuke or like Suzaku that are meant to not be liked or aren't the greatest, but that's the point of their character. But this is the protagonist we're talking about here.
I
If you-
completely disagree with you, man. I don't know. I don't see it that way at all. I feel like Subaru is a great character. People
Well,
don't
I'm
like
not
him
saying he's not a
because-
good character,
Okay.
but if he's not likable, it's hard.
Okay.
It's hard to
My
have a story
second
about
favorite.
an unlikable character and the story is actually kind of all over the place. It's like, what am I watching this for?
Okay.
I liked him, and I relate to that character to an extent because I'm
story-
also insane.
The story is all over the place. I will agree with that, but I don't agree with your thing on unlikable characters. Because my my second most liked show or whatever, my highest one is Welcome to the NHK, and Sato is a horribly unlikable, borderline pedophile, violent, angry, and substance abusive, suicidal, like any negative
So
trait. you
I
can think
watched
of,
Welcome
it's
to the
Sato.
NHK,
And
and
I
it did
love
make it to my honorable mentions, but
Yeah. That's fine.
I
I
felt like
understand.
he was a likable character.
Yeah, I was about to say I kind of liked
Yeah.
him, and I was rooting for him along the way. I was not rooting for
True.
Subaru. When he died, I was
Okay.
fucking laughing.
No, I agree.
Remember when
I
Rem
agree.
wrecked him?
I don't know. I liked ReZero a lot. Anyway, but this is not news. We've gotten into these discussions. in
I
the
think
past.
it's average. I'd rank it right with My Hero Academia at 50 actually.
I don't know. I don't know what I think about it. I will say, for my own little hot take, I rated Blend S higher than it.
Well, that would not fly in the Nux meter. Anyway, so I
Bro,
really
you
like
like-
ReZero.
You like ReZero better than Trigun?
Yeah,
Oof.
What? All
I
right.
don't know if that
love
actually is to be
ReZero, man. ReZero's amazing. It's
You know what's bad when I'm picking Amelia as best girl, and it's just like the one girl I don't like. I feel like that's the entire series, other than Roswald. Roswald's cool. Everyone else is like, I don't like the characters. The story was all over the place. I don't understand.
Dude,
the concept was
I
cool
don't
at the
agree.
beginning.
I don't think that you're seeing this. You're looking at this through the otaku medium. You're wearing the glasses of YouTube, where the entire discussion of ReZero was just Amelia versus Ram. Both are, let's be honest, relatively mediocre characters.
But that's how I thought about That's what I'm trying to say. I felt that about the
But
entire
if
show.
that's gonna be how you're looking at the series, obviously you're not gonna like it.
But what I'm saying is, as I was watching the series, I realized all the characters seemed pretty mediocre to me, and I'm like, "Where's this story going?" Like, I was enjoying the plot at the beginning, and it just completely took a 180, went another direction. And I'm not even trying to like think about this critically. Just like as I was watching it, I got less and less interested in what was happening.
Looking at it character-wise, though, because I know you're very character-driven.
Yeah.
I know that you don't like characters
Anyone.
like Sue. I do.
Anyone
I
in-
like
in
a
the
character
series.
like Sue. I liked Roswell. I thought that
Roswell was the only one who was cool, and he's there for what, like 20
I
seconds.
feel like Betelgeuse was one of the best written villains for that possible scenario.
Oh,
Like to
man.
showcase exactly how twisted Subaru's mind was getting with the most twisted villain ever. I don't know. I felt like he was amazing. I don't know.
I
I
feel
think
like
we,
there
we
was
still
the
have a
old
different
dude with
preference
the
on
swords.
characters. I liked
I
Subaru
feel like-
at the beginning for the first like few episodes. I'm like, oh, maybe he's gonna be cool, and then I guess he did go down a path of like insanity and.
But the reason why he wasn't cool is because he went nuts. That's why he kept having these freakouts.
and
Anyway, whatever.
It's
ReZero
understandable
35.
why
Well,
he would go nuts.
think-
Like it makes sense, but
Okay, I have one more thing I want to say. I think that ReZero does have these little sparks of genius. These little moments that are like sparks of genius. I can think of like one moment where I like my jaw dropped. I was like, "What?" And it'll always stick with me. It's whenever he escapes after dying like 400 million times, and you're like, "Oh, okay, things are great, yeah." And then he goes back to the castle, and the cat has transformed into a giant monster, and he freaking kills him, and it's what the heck is going on? And then it's never
that scene
addressed.
wa-
That scene is great.
Well, it wasn't addressed yet. It was addressed in the light novel and stuff. And
Yeah.
I did read further.
I'm
and it's-
hoping it gets there in the next season.
I feel like I need
it's
to
great.
see another
I mean-
season because maybe it'll start taking another. Because I feel like he started to become insane. It went in a completely different direction. But maybe he starts making progress later on, or the series starts to like go in a different path later, which I'm sure it will.
There's so many spoilers that I would like to tell you, but I will not, because that would be unethical. Anyway, I do like ReZero, but again, I like these twisted mind shows, and I feel like it did it. I feel like how do you say this? Okay, so Subaru I thought had way better character development than Shinji from Evangelion. Moving on, number 34, we had Promised Neverland.
I can get down with that.
I thought the first season was pretty good. A little bit early for me to like. Honestly, it would be higher for me.
At episode 3, I caved and read the manga all the way through. So like,
Same here, bro.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't really judge this off of 12 episodes.
I mean,
I thought it was
got a
pretty
get
good.
great
real
first
here.
arc.
let's get real here. They can't even draw their heads right. I mean, is the show worth
Well,
anything?
Art isn't everything. Okay.
Why are you doing your Digibro voice, man?
Oh, is that a Digibro? I didn't know I had one. Got a
I
new
didn't know.
talent. Hell yeah. But I'd agree with that. I think it's a fresh new concept rip off of Chicken Run. My favorite
Chicken
movie of
Run's
all
better
time.
though. Chicken Run's better. Honestly,
It's been so long since I've seen Chicken Run, but
No,
I
okay. If I
love
gotta
the
watch
Walter
Chicken
Grummet
Run?
guys.
To be
Okay.
fair, the Chipmunk manga was far superior.
it was.
but-
Chicken Run better be higher up on this list, man.
Yeah, what the? Again, I'm getting scared.
Yeah.
But,
Well, anyway, so everyone more or less agrees. It's very cool,
yes, very cool.
and the manga has some pretty cool shiz happening
Heck
right
yeah.
now. So, damn. Number 33, Great Teacher Onizuka. Riggs, take it away.
I mean, it's like my second favorite anime of all time, so it's way too high for me on this list. I think I like that you included it. I appreciated that you included it, but it's fucking amazing. It's so good.
It's been so long since I've seen it, so it's hard.
I've rewatched it so many times, man.
I haven't. I've only seen it once, and a really long time ago. But I do love it. And
I
do
mean,
think
Onizuka's a great
one of the greatest
character.
characters
He's super badass, but also the way he deals with his classes, every interaction, it's just so good. People keep on asking me to notice the chat, but I see Nut for Nux on the screen.
ever. Which makes sense to me. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean,
moving
I'm
on.
all for it.
What?
What?
Anyway, yeah. Number 32.
How is it only 33 Nux? How?
Because the other ones are really good, and it's been a while since I've seen Onizuka, and I don't know.
Wait, did it just go ReZero, then Onizuka?
No, Promise Neverland.
Oh,
then
Promise
Onizuka.
Neverland in between. Okay. Either way, it's way too close to ReZero.
All right.
Way too close to ReZero.
Anyway, number 32 is Nichijou.
Ichijo's good. Not as good as Lucky Star, but I mean,
Shut your face! No way is Lucky Star better than Nichijou.
Lucky Star. Okay, so you know how there's like slice of life as a genre.
Yeah.
Lucky Star isn't slice of life. I roasted Canapa on Twitter about this. I asked him if he was brain dead, and he responded, and I was like,
Starting
Lucky
beef,
Star
edgy boy.
is not a slice of life. It may have influenced slice of lives in the way that we see it and the way we perceive and think of a slice of life. But Lucky Star is life. Lucky Star is the equivalent to if God breathed into the world and created something, but it's anime instead. That's God's creation, dude. That like Lucky Star, greatest thing to ever exist. It's not actually the greatest thing because I have lots of shows that I've rated higher than it, but it's the greatest thing to ever exist. Yeah.
What is happening right now? So I don't think anyone else has seen Lucky Star. I mean, I have,
I haven't.
but I don't exactly relate to the whole God breathing into the world bit. That's kind of where I was like, what's happening right now?
I
But
don't know. I don't
anyway,
know where that went. I haven't seen Lucky Star. All I know is the dance. But
dude, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of there is a style of comedy that a lot of slice of life anime does that I feel like appeals to a lot of people, but not to me.
Nichijo's great. Nichijo is a
and-
great.
Hold on,
it's a
wait
great
one
show.
second. I'm about to roast Lucky Star. So
You can't.
that comedy is taking one little detail and stretching that out into a 10-minute conversation. And
You're not getting it.
happened last season with Ueno-chan.
No,
Like, dude, piss in a cup was 10 minutes of an episode.
no.
And
The
in
difference
Lucky
is,
Star, they could talk about like, oh, this croissant with like this cute little thingo, and they'll talk
Mhm.
about that for 10 minutes.
okay,
It's not my style of humor, even though I clearly don't understand the brilliance in philosophy.
but that's because the difference is Uno was trying to be funny. Lucky Star was not. That's what I mean. Lucky Star isn't a comedy. It is literally the encapsulation of life itself. If you had four very intriguing high school girls talk to each other, that is their life. It's not their stage play. It's not the action, the movie, the TV show that's been put together. It is literally a window into another universe, accurately described.
All right, so let me paint this picture for you. Imagine 4 boring high school kids. Would you want to watch and peep on them for 20 minutes a day for 25 days in a row?
Well, I think I'd get arrested, to be
It's
honest.
real life, man.
But
But that is not an
Konata?
argument. It's real life.
Konata.
It's pretty sacred. I'm not saying I dislike Lucky Star. I don't dislike it, but to compare
I
it
was
to
throwing in a hot
Nichijou,
take.
Nichijou
No,
is
it's
the
definitely better.
funniest anime of all time. Okay,
No,
I mean,
Nichijo's amazing. No, it's a wonderfully put together show. No, I
I'm
totally
a big
respect the pick.
Gintama fan, and Gintama has other things that make it great, but I think Nichijou is the best comedy of all time.
Yeah, no. Nichijo's a great pick.
Every episode, I am dying. The professor and the robot girl, and just the 3 girls in school, and the over dramatization of the little things. Dude, I love Nichijou. Briggs, Spooky,
Okay.
you gotta watch it. At least one episode.
Okay, this is what I
Maybe
told
one day.
Canepa. Because I said, I mean this in the most offensive or the least offensive and most friendly way possible. How is Lucky Star D tier? Are you brain dead? He said, literally never made me laugh a single time. I said, Lucky Star defies genres. It is the definition of life itself. It isn't comedy or slice of life. It is life. I love you.
Playmaker just donated 100 bits. Thank you so much to say the Virgin Nichijou versus the Chad Lucky Star. So we all know I'm on Lucky Star's
that
side
guy's
here.
a real gamer. That guy's a real gamer.
Epic gamer moment right there.
You guys have to watch at least one episode of Nichijou after this, okay?
All right, I will.
And if you want to contrast it to an episode of Lucky Star, feel free, but you know.
No,
I won't.
Nichijou's great. You should definitely check it out.
Number 31 is an anime that's here because I haven't seen it in a while, and it'll probably be higher if I rewatched it. But for me right now, Monster.
Oh,
Mm.
how is that not like top 15 Nux?
Well,
Come on, dog.
again, I haven't seen it in a while.
What
so it's
number
not
are we on
fresh.
now?
We're on number 31.
Honestly, it's
Monster
not bad.
blew
It's
me
not
away.
bad. I would say like maybe a couple spots lower, like 25, 26, 27, but I think that's around where I would put it.
All right.
I cry every time.
Respect,
Oh,
man.
the like the contrast between the protagonist and the actual and like the villain, I guess, and like the development the protagonist goes through and
Everyone agrees Monster's
how
great.
fucked up the Johan is. It's so good.
Literally, the only thing I didn't like about it is Johan's sister. I feel like everything involving her just I didn't like it that much, but everything else was
I'm
like,
not a huge
10
fan
out of
either,
10.
but also I don't know, 10 out of 10. There were points that I felt like could move faster. I feel like it's a 74 episode show that really could have done better if it was only 60.
Well, I mean, that's why the manga exists. If you want a faster experience, you just.
But it's not a matter of a faster experience. It's the road bumps. It's just the slow moments. Like when he was going from like, I don't remember where the episode. It was like from episode 17 to 21. He was just looking for like these orphanages.
Okay, you're right. But to be fair,
And I was like, oh,
at least one of those episodes is like almost all filler. Because I looked up a filler list because that's just how I gotta be. I'm not familiar with a show when I go into it, and it's like, yeah, this episode's like basically all filler, dog. So yeah, watch out for that one.
Maybe I have to read the manga because like I think the reason why I have it placed like in the high 20s would be because of the pacing, and I feel like there was so many highs within the anime and the overall story I like, but there's this times where I was a little bit bored, waiting for the next good thing to happen.
I would say the first 10 episodes were like perfect, but then from like 10 to 30 was like slow, and then it picks up again. And
it has
there are ups and downs.
It has such interesting characters though. Like, I don't know. It's top 10 for me. Like I would expect like top 20 at least on this list, but
Anyway, number 30. So we almost had it top 30.
I mean, I'm just happy it's here, to be fair, because I'm sure there's going to be a couple things on here that won't be on your list, and I'll be like, excuse me, but continue.
All right, number 30 is Log Horizon.
Well,
I did like it a lot. I think like it's very questionable where it lies compared to the stuff that was before it, but I'd say it makes my top 50.
Well, we can't compare everything to Cowboy Bebop and Evangelion, but I think Log Horizon is better, man. I think Shiro is a more interesting protagonist than like Shinji.
I mean, I think Monster's better. I think Parasite's better. I think Cowboy Bebop,
I'm not gonna lie.
Trigun.
Monster, not Cowboy Bebop. Monster and Parasite both have a chance to be better than Log Horizon. But I liked Log Horizon, especially season 1, because I watched it as the episodes were coming out. And when that moment happened in episode 8,
I was gonna say the moments. Like, it almost reminds me of like I was gonna say One Piece, but not One Piece. Like the moments are kind of what make Log Horizon. Like seeing everything like. Or his master plan.
Even the little moments, man. Like they're all eating. They come up with this whole massive strategy, the whole guild building strategy, which was episode 8 was one of the 10 best episodes in anime history. Okay, and then you had like the next scene. They're all so excited to be eating curry. It's like because they didn't have food with taste for like weeks after they transported into Log Horizon.
I love curry.
Thanks,
I'm
hiding.
hungry, bro.
All right, we're gonna have to keep moving on. But I love Log Horizon and Spooky. You have to watch like all of these anime.
I know. My list is huge right now,
Never.
and it makes me very sad.
Log Horizon's pretty good. It's probably one of the best isekai.
I don't know what to prioritize half the time.
All right.
No Game No Life. Fuck Nux. God damn it! I just remembered you had No Game No Life as well. Like way before this.
Yeah, man, I like Log Horizon better. I think episode 8 of Log Horizon is one of the 10 best episodes in the anime.
I mean,
the politics between the adventurers, because the adventurers are immortal, is just so interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's just such a great show. Anyway, number 29, this will also incur the wrath of the spooks, is potentially... No, you don't like this that much. Naruto?
That's a fair point. Like, I don't think... Naruto for, like... everybody I feel like is a pretty middle of the road in like overall, so I'm not gonna flame you for that. I feel that's perfectly reasonable.
So like, thank you first of all, that's very cool. I would put OG Naruto, like the first 135 episodes, I would probably put it higher on the list. I mean like closer to the top, like 5 spots higher.
That's
like
fair.
20,
That's fair.
22 or whatever. I would say Shippuden, from Shippuden till the war arc, would be around here. But the war arc itself would push it back out of the top 100.
Kind of a yikes.
If you guys saw my tier list that I posted this morning, which everyone watching should totally check out my tier list. I separated Naruto and Naruto Shippuden because my thoughts on the two series are so far apart that I couldn't just take Naruto as a whole. I gave Naruto an S, and like I'm kind of known for making fun of Naruto, but I realized most of the things I dislike about Naruto are all in like when they get older. Like it's all in Shippuden. So I gave Shippuden like pretty much the lowest ranking that there was.
Damn.
The
Like,
only
Shippuden
one that was
definitely
below
has
it
great
was
moments.
Boruto in trash tier, which isn't even a tier in the list. Like
Shippuden has some great moments, but like the ending is trash.
the only thing good about it is pain, honestly.
I love
Pain's
that.
great.
But that's my
Nah, but
favorite.
there are some good arcs in Shippuden. It's not like there aren't. I feel like the Pain arc is great. I feel like the arc with Hidan and Kakuzu also really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Where Asuma dies. I don't
was
know. I
alright.
like that a lot.
I just get a
Um,
hard on for anything Akatsuki related, except when they're all dead and they come back and.
That was very sad. That was
I
very
feel like
sad.
you know how long the fucking war was? I feel like that just like
The
impacts
war
my
was a
opinion of-
third of the length of the series. It was like
Exactly.
200 episodes.
So you know what? I will say the other 2/3 were good.
All right,
I feel like all I
Naruto
remember
in
is pain,
29,
and then
including
the fucking
everything.
war.
I will say that Naruto above Monster is kind of a hot take in my opinion, but
I would say Naruto
I feel like
above
middle
like
of the road's pretty fair.
almost
I
everything
feel
else
like
here.
there in Naruto there are moments like Lee versus Gaara that just hits me in that hype spot where I don't feel like Monster replicated that.
I mean, it's not a series that's supposed to get you hyped though.
No,
It's-
obviously
but
not.
I
and everyone
totally
likes
understand what
different
you
things.
mean. I totally understand what you mean.
Anyway, number 28 is another shonen, Shokugeki no Soma.
Well, I mean, it's definitely better than Naruto. For me, I would have put Naruto a lot higher on the list, and like I keep on like higher, closer to 50. Food Wars. Apparently, the last arc in the manga like is like really bad. I haven't read it, but everything I've watched and read is like amazing. It's in my top 10.
I haven't
I love Food Wars.
watched or read it yet, but I have seen the one shot that the creators did for Sanji, and I enjoyed that. So I
Dude,
guess I'll give that a thumbs
You
up.
gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
I gotta watch a lot, Briggs. You don't understand.
I don't know how. I don't know how they do it, but they somehow make like literally there are more entertaining battles in Food Wars than actual fighting manga. Like it's fucked how entertaining they make it.
Yeah,
Like,
man. I don't know.
I'm
Food
definitely
Wars is,
excited
like,
for it.
unbelievable. I'm so happy that you watch Food Wars. Briggs, you're the only guy I know that actually watched Food Wars.
And I watched it like after I watched the first 2 seasons, I like right away threw it in my top 10, and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Like saying this is like I'm like it's my top 10 favorite anime of all time. It's amazing. I've rewatched it like 4 times already. It's so good.
Yeah, man. I love it. I love all the characters. I love all the moments, all the scenes, all the fights. It was all great. And all in all, it's freaking awesome. And it has boobs. Great. Number 27.
Yeah.
They're hiding.
It has some of the best female characters in anime too. Like seeing is her name Megumi? Blue hair chick. Megumi. There we go. Seeing her develop and like become more confident and like at first she was very reliant on Soma, but then becoming very independent later on. Like she's such a good character too. Like all the characters start like seeing their growth is amazing.
Bro, even the Aldinis, man.
Yeah,
I love the Aldinis.
I feel like I like the humor
way the
involved in them
characters
as well, but I feel
end
like
up-
he's getting a little bit shafted.
Yeah, man. Totally. Yeah. But as the series goes on, the different characters like team up with Soma in different times. I don't know. It's really great.
Yeah.
It's like even that Chinese guy, the number 6th of the Elite 10.
Everyone gets a chance to shine, like, and they do everyone justice.
No,
too,
not
like,
6th. He's 8th. What am I talking about? The 6th is the guy who keeps getting naked. I love him.
People are asking if Megami is a viable option, and she is, of course.
Of course. Even Animac would agree. Number 27, Bakano.
Bakuno's great.
Why do I not hear people?
Classic.
I feel like I don't disagree with this. Like, I feel like it's exactly where it belongs. Actually, this is the first time you've been like spot on.
Okay, thanks. You said that about My Hero Academia too.
Well, I wouldn't even put it in my top 50. I said it was
Okay.
close. I said it was
Never
close
mind.
to top 50.
Well, thanks. I appreciate the Bakano support.
I don't
It
know,
is
Bakano's great, man.
amazing. Please, Spooky. Please.
You know,
Please,
like
Describe the plot to
I
him.
warned you.
Describe the story to him, please. Nux.
I'm
I
pretty sure
can't.
I have it on my list.
This
is the
story
thing,
is
like-
indescribable. It's 13 episodes of greatness, and the way the story is told is half of the appeal. The characters are all fantastic. The storytelling is absolutely the best in anime. Period. Best written story. The way it's, put together and everything. And 13 episodes. Do it, man. Please.
I will someday. I promise. Like I
No,
swear
do it
I
like
have
right
at least
now.
200 series on this
You
list.
can do that
know
in
what
one
I'm
But this
saying?
sitting,
is
though.
just 13 episodes, man.
You gotta bump it up a bit,
You
Spooks. I don't
said
even know.
Bakano, right? BACANNO
B
or
A
whatever.
C C A N O exclamation mark.
I just scrolled through my list and it is on there. I can confirm. So I'll let
Please
me
move
get
it
some,
up.
All right, hold up. Let me get some dashes out here so it'll stand out from everything else. Where the
Good.
I'm thinking.
I know I
like,
just saw it.
Bakano
I
would
lost
literally
it.
be like 25, 26, 27. Like it's right where I feel like it's right where it belongs for me. I have no.
Oh, there it
complaints.
is. Okay.
Thanks,
Look at all these dashes. That'll show me priority right there.
You
Boom.
totally should watch it. It's great. I love Bakano. But since no one really has any takes and Briggs agrees, that's pretty sick. And Hiding in Public hasn't seen it since he isn't complaining, right?
Since he isn't complaining.
Right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's
I
right.
could see Hiding watching it
Yeah.
a second time, and then being like, yeah, it's my second favorite anime of all time, guys.
Nah, he won't. He won't. It's not the themes that makes it as great. Like the storytelling and the characters are, and the themes are there.
But everything converging, it's so good.
I'm not just a themes guy. I think that's more of the Animac thing. Like, I mean, because
Nah, Animac's not a themes guy.
No.
Animac is
Oh.
just a Gurren
Hiding
Lagann
will
guy.
appreciate the fuck out of Bakano. I already know.
I think that I
Oh
would
man,
really like
you are
Bakugo.
going to love it. It's gonna be like your 10th favorite.
I'll start it today. I
People are
promise.
saying Skodadada is better
So
than
excited.
Bakano, and you're
Too
you're
Spooky
fried.
is gonna watch the first episode of Nichijou and Bakano today.
Okay.
And
if you
okay,
don't feel like watching
hold-
Nichijou, don't
I
worry,
remember
just watch
agreeing to that
Bakano.
one. Oh, hold on a second.
After this stream is over, do y'all want to watch the first episode of
every
Nichijou
single
live?
show.
I
Can we watch the first episode of Nichijou live?
I'm
would be
fine with
scared. I
that.
would be scared to do it on the Rant Cafe channel. Like, how
Oh.
like would I be able to show a little bit of it? How would we do
What,
this?
on Twitch?
You could still get
I-
fucked over for showing.
I don't know
footage.
if I think it's technically like against the terms of service, but like I don't know.
I wouldn't want to risk it with the Rant Cafe channel.
Damn.
Well, now that we've officially said on stream that we think it might be against terms of service, I'm not
All right,
sure.
that means we'll have to move over to someone else's channel.
Beastly
And I don't
breaks,
have
everybody.
It'll be great. Anyway,
Great
moving
sacrifice.
on. Number 26, Attack on Titan.
I feel like
You like
You're caught up with the
Bakano-
manga,
Bakano
yes
worse
or
than
no?
Attack on Titan? You're fried.
are you caught up with the manga? Yes or no?
I am
one
fully caught
chapter
up now.
behind. I am one chapter behind.
One chapter behind. Okay. I feel like these last couple arcs have made Attack on Titan a modern classic.
I am with you
Personally.
100%.
So,
Attack on Titan has surpassed every expectation I have ever
Oh.
dreamed of having for
dude,
it.
I thought it was so overhyped back in season 1. Like I thought it was good, but like people had a real boner for it. Let's just put it that way. And I was like, I just didn't see the appeal. Like I thought it was good and enjoyable, but like I didn't think it was the best thing ever. And now I think it's like one of the best things ever. Like it's
And I'm
amazing.
totally
to
with-
me.
For me, it's number 26 because as far as my experience with it, the beginning, I don't think would have been in my top. It would probably be in my around 40-ish.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
But as far as everything post time skip,
So good.
damn, it's just
Honestly,
next level.
I think the overall, like the entire thing from episode 1 to like the last chapter that I've read, plot wise and storytelling is phenomenal. And I think the one thing that was always holding me back.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
You don't like the characters.
I fucking hate Eren, bro. I hate him so much. I don't think
He's so good.
I like
Eren
Subaru
wins.
better. I like Subaru better, and that says
I
a
like
lot.
Subaru better also, but I like Subaru a lot. The
I hate
difference is I hate Eren until the point where I realize how amazing it is that I hate Eren. Like, I don't want to spoil because it's the best plot twist
Yeah.
in recent years.
Mhm.
Let's just say, so Animac asked me to like rate all like a bunch of like literally like 50 shonen protagonists out of 10, and Eren was my lowest ranked one with like a 4 to 10 or something. If I had to rate him right now, I'd probably give him like an 8. So he doubled. He literally doubled. Currently in the
Again,
manga.
but that's not because I like his character per se. My favorite character in Attack on Titan is Erwin, and
I
I
like
think
Reiner the best.
people are finally seeing. Yeah, Reiner's top 5 for sure. But all in all, characters in Attack on Titan, I think, is potentially its weak spot.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with a lot of like there's a lot of deaths within the series, and they
And
have
none
a
of
lot
them
less,
matter.
they will have a
Yeah.
lot less impact because like I don't even remember their names. You know? I mean, I don't remember anyone's name, let's be real.
I have that problem.
I literally read the manga like literally, like someone was asking in chat that I read the manga. Okay, I know most of the time on Rant Cafe, I'm usually saying like I'm not caught up. I'm not caught up. I finally read it. It gets so good later on. I've never been a huge Attack on Titan fan because even though the plot's good, like I just don't care about it that much because of the characters. I knew it was good. I'm like, every season gets better and better. Season 1 was okay. Season 2 got better. Season 3 got better. And then I read the manga, and oh my god, it just got so great.
Yeah,
It got great.
I'm
So,
gonna
I think,
die reading this monthly, man.
I know.
Yeah. It's tough. It's
Every
tough.
chapter's been a banger the last.
And they're
couple
so
months.
long. the
Every
chapters,
single
too.
one. I mean, the chapter that happened with like Levi and
Oh,
that was so good. Let's not talk
Yeah.
about it.
all right, we can move. on.
Anyway, number 25, I think, is going to raise eyebrows because it is the 7 Deadly Sins. And it is a very personal reason as to why I love it so much. So I do understand
This is
you
a
disagree.
strong disagree.
Honestly, like I feel like I'm just so personally. I'm the same thing with with you here, Nux. I've made so many videos, rewatched so many episodes, and like reread so much of it for videos that I honestly I feel like I dislike the series now. Like I'm sick
Well,
of it. I can't even
So you're the opposite.
exactly. I was gonna say like it's very personal. I'm like I used to love it. What happened? I feel like I just don't even want to look at it right now.
You burnt yourself out on it, basically.
I made over 50 videos on it. Like you know what? Like I feel like that was like 7 Deadly Sins was like my life for like a year, and I just don't. I'm so burnt out on it.
I don't know.
All right,
I
well,
feel like
fair enough. Preaching to the choir here.
a lot of things that you have below 7 Deadly Sins on your list kind of blows me away.
Questionable. Yeah.
Personally. Very questionable. Like I do love 7 Deadly Sins. I would probably put it in like it out of my list of the things I've seen, which not very much obviously, but I'd probably put it like 45.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then again,
Wait.
what can I say?
Okay.
I think that, yeah, Heidi.
I just assumed that I'd seen the least out of everything, but it keeps getting re-brought up over and over and over again by like everybody here that Too Spooky hasn't seen anything. How much have you seen, Too Spooky? 'Cause,
Like I'd say I probably read and watched about 70 series total.
oh wow.
A lot of them are like really long, and I just haven't
Yeah.
found a lot of time to like just binge stuff like I used to, which has been putting me back. But
Okay.
I remember when I first met you, you had like watched like 15 to 20 series. I
Yeah,
feel
and,
it was
like,
like it was
all of them
something
were
that you
long.
just watched all the long running shonens.
yeah, basically, I still got a couple to go, but
Good times, good
I've
times.
been trying to like incorporate smaller stuff, and reading manga's helped a lot because I can get through a lot in a short period of time and like
True.
still have a very enjoyable experience.
Have
So
you
that's
seen
what I've
Yu
been
Yu
doing
Hakusho?
lately. Oh hell yeah!
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're on the same.
Okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho is higher. Everyone should be happy. 25 7 Deadly Sins, and it's purely because of the characters and how I relate to almost all of their personal stories, as I've mentioned in videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 24. I would wager none of you have seen this one.
It's funny. Sorry, one thing is the exact opposite effect. You made videos and you liked it better. I made videos and I like it worse.
It's so funny because my thing is, if I know a video is gonna get views, I'm not gonna make it if I'm not gonna enjoy making it. I only make videos that I like to make,
That's the way to
and
go.
I think that's rule number one to avoid YouTuber burnout. I think.
Damn straight.
So I only make a video if I'm really excited about the video I'm making.
Yeah, I think what happened to me is I got stuck with 7 Deadly Sins content because like I loved it. It was doing well, so I kept on doing it, and then I just got burnt out because I felt like
Yeah.
there was no escape. It was like the only thing I could make at that point.
I think a lot of people make the mistake of like getting one thing that does really well, and they're like, okay, well, I need to do this like 50 more times, and then they do it 50 more times, and it just keeps progressively getting less and less like attention, and then it just burns them out.
And also, they made it 50 more times, so now that's the only thing their subscribers care about.
Yeah, that too.
Well, it's like a drug high too, because it's like, that's how the addiction works, supposedly. It's like you have it that first time, and so every time after that, you're trying to aim to get to that point. So you end up taking more and more and more, and you never get there. So it's like a perpetual loop.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know drugs are a lot more serious, but like,
Whammon and gentle
you know,
whammon,
like-
7 Deadly Sins is basically meth.
but yeah, I think it's definitely like that with like YouTube and social media and stuff. Like whenever you have a big success, it's like such a high. It makes you feel so wonderful. Like, wow, look at all these people who care about this thing that I did. And then whenever it doesn't, then it's like, oh.
Mhm.
I mean, you know how much hate
I
I've
know
gotten
exactly
in the last
what you
couple of
mean.
months?
Like-
I feel like I'm just like kind of immune to like, I guess comments for sure, but also like videos doing poorly. Like my last video did bad. Like it hurt because like obviously a lot of time goes into it. But now I feel like I'm just gonna make what I want to make. I feel like I learned from fucking up so many times in the past, just chasing views, that I'm just gonna make what I want to make.
I make what I want to make, but it hurts like hell when the videos aren't doing as well as they used to. I mean, let's not get ourselves. Like, for example, last month was my best month on YouTube of all time, view-wise, subscriber-wise, everything-wise. And now, I mean, everything goes up and down. So my views are not as high as last month, and my subscriber growth isn't as high as last month. And it hurts, even though I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, like
So I do relate to that.
Yeah.
I think.
It's true because like you could have an amazing literally an amazing video, but then the next video is good compared to what you used to do. But since it wasn't as good as that amazing video, it's like it's still on the down.
Yes. I think how I described it one time is very similar to what you just said, where it's like if you're used to having 4 out of 10 days and then eventually a 5 out of 10 day, wow, you feel great because you're like, hey, this is a lot better than average. But once you get used to having 5 out of 10 days, 4 out of 10 days suck.
yeah, you got to get past that mental barrier.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, that's 7 Deadly Sins, Whammon and Gentle Rat. Number 24, I don't think any of you have seen it. It's Katanagatari.
I have not.
No.
And that's not related to the Monogatari franchise, right?
I think it's written by the same author, but is not related whatsoever.
Cool. People recommend that a lot.
Yeah, I recommend Katanagatari. It's great. It's 12 episodes, and each episode is 50 minutes.
Wow.
And it's actually great. The dialogue is some of the best written dialogue I've ever seen. The main male and female characters are some of the greatest main characters ever. And no one's seen it, so what am I trying to convince you for? Anyway, too spooky. Anyway, so number 23 is Psycho-Pass.
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I think I would have put it not in my top 25, but close. So I think it's pretty good.
I know it's on my list. Yeah.
Spookio in the corner. Okay, every time he says an anime I haven't seen, which is most of them, I'm gonna add to the list. Add to the list.
Yep, I've added like 2 now. I think.
Nice.
Is Katanagatari on your list?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah. By the way, one thing about Katanagatari, type it. Just type it. Katanagatari. It's the most beautiful thing. It's
I do like
inspirational almost.
I mean,
Anyway.
I do feel a little bit better now that I've typed that out.
Yeah, you should. Everyone should do this at least twice a day. Anyway, typing Katanagatari is like brushing your teeth. Anyway, so number 23, Psycho-Pass. Everyone seems to agree, and that's good because Psycho-Pass is one of the best anime of all time. Number 22, Haikyuu.
Hell yeah. That's like my second favorite sports anime of all time. It's amazing. It's in my top 20. So.
Well, this is 22, so that's pretty close to top 20.
I think honestly, it's pretty accurate. 22. I can't complain.
And Spooky, how's
I mean, I'm looking at this list and I know it's there. I have yet to watch a sports anime, just because I'm not huge on sports in general.
Start
but I
off
have
with
a
Haikyuu
lot.
and then watch Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah.
All right. So the
that's
thing
gonna
is,
take me a couple
I'm
weeks.
actually, when I made this top 50 list, I have not seen Hajime no Ippo, and right now I'm at like episode 50 or something.
How you liking it, man?
I'm liking it. I am not liking it as much as Haikyuu. If I looking at my list right now, I'd probably put it in the 30 range
To be fair, I feel like you need to see some of Takamura's fights. You
or
need to see.
closer to the 40s. But I'm only at episode 50. I mean,
Have you
that's only
seen
like-
Takamura fight anyone yet?
He fought the Japanese champion.
Oh, okay. So
and
you haven't. He fights like two. I don't know. Like, okay, whatever. He fights on the world stage, and it's crazy hype. The fights are amazing. Potentially some of my favorite fights in all of literally all of anime come from Hajime no Ippo, and one of Takamura's is like my favorite fight of all time. Even Ippo's fights,
like,
once he starts getting
I'm-
to like the
Ippo's fights are good, but
the
I'm
higher
not gonna
stage, right?
lie. I am sort of bored of Ippo's fights.
really.
A little bit. I mean,
Damn.
they're obviously all different. I just saw the one where he was against the White Wolf guy, the Russian dude.
Their relationship later on is really cool.
I'm sure, but that's not the point. The
I don't
fight
remember that
itself
fight that
was-
much.
The end of the day, All of his fights are just this guy just keeps getting up. He's not falling down. Oh my god, what's happening? And he's like, I'm not gonna fall down because his drive is somehow better than his opponents. No, his opponents have much better motivations to actually keep fighting. But what is his drive? His drive is he likes boxing.
I was
The
say
other
he
guy's
loves
drive
the
is
sport.
their
He's
mother
not
is
fighting.
sick and dying.
But that's all
What?
I was to say. He's not fighting for other people. He's fighting for himself, and because he's doing something that he loves, and in a way that I feel like that hits me so much more. Like if you're just doing like YouTube to make money for your family or like something super deep, that's great. But if you're doing it because you truly love what you're doing, I don't know. I feel like it almost hits me more.
Mm-hmm.
I do hear where you're coming from, but there are people who are doing it because they love doing it also. It's not like
Yeah.
he's the only one.
No, of course.
And you get all sorts of variations of opponents for him. No, I'm trying to say I do like Hajime no Ippo a lot, but I don't think it's Haikyuu tier. At least not yet. I didn't see
Bro.
Takamura fights.
Hajime no Ippo is in my top 5 anime of all time. So,
All right. Well, in any
but then
case,
again,
number 21,
I've also finished it and read manga later on. It just
I'm never gonna read the manga. Just telling you right now.
I guarantee you, once you watch the final season, so like after 75 episodes, there's like 2 seasons after that. Once you watch the final season, you'll be tempted to read the manga.
Well, we shall see.
Because everything,
I
right
think-
now, everything with Ippo
I
is
think
so
that
tame.
Hajime no Ippo is probably the best action anime I've ever seen.
Already,
So-
that's amazing because it gets better.
So I'll already give it that. But as far as sports, I think I prefer Haikyuu. And
then
Kuro-
again, you were saying
I
like you're
don't
not
know,
really into
Kuro.
boxing that much, but
I know I'm very averted to boxing, but that's a whole different story. I don't like the idea of a sport where these people are like, suffering terrible brain damage and stuff, and boxers die at like super young ages. Volleyball is like such a nice sport, It's like whatever. Boxing,
I like volleyball.
whatever.
I play
Anyway.
volleyball.
yeah.
All right, next one. Let's
Number
go.
21. Okay, too spooky. You saw this one, so it's good news. But the bad news is it's Death Note.
Wait, what number? Wait, what number?
I feel like that's fair
21.
for Death Note. I don't see the problem there.
Death Note's in my
Really?
top 10, so I disagree.
It's like everyone's top 5 anime. Like what anime?
It's
I
not
get-
my
I
top
loved it.
5. It's my top 10.
I love it, but I feel like top 20 is fair. Like I feel like that's.
It's not top 20. It's 21.
Oh well. Oh, in that case, I'm gonna punch my
man.
monitor nuts. Calm down.
Yeah. Well, rip.
Okay. I'd
So-
agree with that.
do I need to argue my point, or are we more or less okay?
I'm more or less okay with that. I mean, I love Death Note, and I mean,
So
yeah,
do
it's
I.
pretty good.
21 is good.
21's pretty good.
All right, I'm glad we agree. Number 20 is Gurren Lagann.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a spicy pick.
Yeah, I do like it. I think it's great and it's got a good message, but I didn't like the ending very much, and
I
I don't
did.
think it's better than Death Note.
Okay, that's
So that's
fair.
about where I'll leave it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I see why someone would like Death Note more.
Yeah, I feel like Kamina's a great character though. Like that's got
I agree.
got some props right there.
Mm,
Yeah.
I definitely think Gurren Lagann is better than Death Note. I like it. I guess it depends whatever is higher than it.
Are you
It's
high?
not my favorite of all time. No, sorry. It's not my favorite of all time, but I mean, a lot of my friends, it's like literally their favorite show.
It's Eric's favorite show of all time.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good show. But no, I think your pick's probably fair.
All right, I'm happy. I'm very content. And Konosuba beats it by 1, number 19.
Okay, I disagree with
Konosuba,
that.
absolute philosophical genius.
I mean, all right. You know what? Just because of
Spooky,
the
have
meme.
you seen it?
No,
Please, please.
I have a friend that's told me I should, but
It's 10 episodes the first
Like-
season. Second season's also 10
man,
episodes.
I just need to fuck off for like 2 months and just not come out of my room. Just binge everything.
I'm very excited for after this stream. Somehow we're going to watch the first episode of Nichijou. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll do it.
I'm so excited. Anyway, so Konosuba at number 19. Absolute greatness.
Do you guys want to sum me up real quick what I missed?
Yeah, number 21, Death Note. Number 20, Gurren Lagann. Number 19, Konosuba, because the characters are
Wrong.
great. The philosophical metaphor is next level.
True.
Wrong.
What was that?
Wrong.
What part of that is wrong?
I mean, Gurren Lagann is not better than Death Note, so. But Mac would
Yeah,
actually
that's what
probably
I
disagree
said.
there.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, as far as Death Note, if it would just be the first 25 episodes of Death Note, it would beat Gurren Lagann for me.
But I also very
in
much
all-
like the ending of Death Note, and I feel like it's because people are comparing the
did?
second half to the first half, but the second half's still very good.
Yeah, like a lot of people give it shit.
I love
but, like,
Nier.
I still think it's good. Like
love
it's
Nier.
just
I
not
also think
as
it's good. I
It's
would
just
say
not
like
as good.
when the first part is like a 9 out of 10, I'd say the second part is like an 8 out of 10.
After suffering from a couple bad endings, I realized how important a lot of endings are for me. And
A good
I feel like
ending
Death
is
Note
so
has
hard
good
to
endings.
find.
like I just got throat punched by Game of Thrones, and I'm just still salty about it.
Rip.
yeah. I think the Konosuba is worse than both Death Note and Gurren Lagann, and probably like 15 other entries that you've listed on this list.
Even though Megaman's a viable option.
Oh well, I mean, for Megamine, I'm not going to complain about the placement.
All right. Well,
mean-
in any case,
I also
we
disagree
agree.
with Konosuba a little bit as well. I think I'll obviously rank Death Note better, but actually, you know what? I agree. I like Konosuba better than Gurren Lagann.
Thank you. Yeah. So Zombie Man Guy says in the chat, speaking of endings, Code Geass. Yeah, best ending of all time. Best anime ending ever.
I'm assuming Code Geass is in your top 10.
It is.
I don't really
and you'll
remember.
see soon. Number 18 is Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a great
Hey.
shonen. It's a great shonen.
It is.
Yu
Must
Hakusho's so
watch.
What was that? Spook?
Must watch. No, I mean I'm saying like it's a must watch. I have. seen it.
it's
I
a
just want
must
to confirm that I have
Yeah.
seen it. It's great.
Right, and no one disagrees because 18 is high, and Yu Yu Hakusho is deserving of it.
Yeah.
100%.
All right, number 17. I'm glad we were in agreement. Number 17 is Steins Gate.
I will also agree to that.
Okay.
I will
Lord
not.
Rigo.
Well, I haven't seen the new season or whatever. To be fair, but
don't
season
worry
one.
about that.
Don't worry.
forget about
Okay,
that.
all right.
No, I liked it a lot. I would not say it compares. It's not as good as the original Steins Gate, but I think it was very, very solid. I liked it a lot.
I think the
Cool.
the what's it called, the second season or the remake or whatever it's called. Is it like Steins
like
Gate
Zero?
Steins
or-
Gate Zero.
Yeah, Steins Gate 0. I think that's accurate to where you have it. But you have the original Steins Gate's amazing. It's one of the best anime of all time.
Can
Yeah.
agree.
All
And
right,
especially
so-
the ending. The ending is so good.
See, there we go. That's a fantastic anime ending.
Heck yeah.
But also the
Not
entire
the
thing's good.
PS level, but
Fight
whatever.
me.
Anyway, number 16 is. I hope at least hiding you saw this because no one else did. I'm sure Madoka Magica.
Yeah, I saw Madoka.
Did you see the sequel Rebellion?
Nope.
Your
didn't see-
opinion is invalid.
I didn't see like the 18 movies either.
There was only one movie.
What?
There
I,
were two.
I swear there's
two
like three.
recap movies and then Rebellion.
That sounds like more than
Okay.
one movie,
Uh,
Nux.
But the two recap movies don't count.
Fair enough. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Madoka. I also watched it like in 2012, so like my memory is like hazy as hell. I don't know. It's a good show. It was a good show. I liked it. Everybody only brings it up to talk about deconstructions and
I
meme
hate
on
that.
people for it. It sucks that is like the thing that the people. Yeah, anytime you bring it up.
So
Even
as far
now,
as
because I
plot
brought it.
twists go, I think Madoka Magica is up there. As far as themes,
yeah.
Madoka Magica is absolutely top tier. As far as the ending of Rebellion, I think that's one of the best anime endings of all time. Homura is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Oh, Homer is great. I love Homer.
Please watch Rebellion. It's all about Homura.
Okay, I'll have to rewatch the actual series though because there's like few things I remember. I do remember I love Homer though.
Yeah, Homura is one of the best characters ever. Number 15, Magi. Okay, go shoot.
I thought it was very, very average. It's like a My Hero Academia for me. I'd have it closer to 50.
Rip. And no one else saw it, I presume.
I haven't seen it.
You know what? I will say I like it a little bit better than My Hero Academia just because I like the characters better, but that's about it.
How can you compare Sinbad to any character in My Hero Academia?
Yeah, you could compare Sinbad to All Might to a
No,
certain
you
extent.
can't. So, okay, so can I? Spoiler stuffs.
Well, I haven't watched the Sinbad whatever it's called.
Aside from the Sinbad spinoff is amazing,
I haven't
but
watched that.
also the manga gets so good. You realize Sinbad is one of the most twisted characters.
And I
Like in
haven't
the
read that.
anime, from what you've seen, you think Sinbad is like, your upstanding, nice dude. He takes in Aladdin and Alibaba, and he's really powerful. but
Honestly, I
Sinbad
thought he was like a
is
super
one of
nice
the-
guy who's secretly like a badass. But
he is a super nice guy. He's secretly a badass, and he is one of the most twisted anime characters of all time.
really, I didn't get
He
that feel
is-
from him at all.
Like the chapter right after where the anime's left off, I don't really feel like this is much of a spoiler. You know Yunnan, one of the three Magi, the guy that's just wandering around?
Yeah.
Well, Yunnan was the Magi that appointed Sinbad to be a king. And there's a point where Yunnan has a private meeting with Aladdin, and Sinbad kind of wants to eavesdrop. So he uses one of his, I was about to say stand. He uses one of his jinn, which gives him the power to see through the eyes of every living creature in Sindria, in Kingdom. So he, with like flies and birds and stuff, he's like trying to eavesdrop on their conversation. And Yunnan puts up a force field to block that since he knows he's going to do it. And they were best friends in the Adventures of Sinbad anime. And his whole past is how he's close together with them. And Yunnan says, the first thing he says to Aladdin is, "Do not trust that man."
Damn.
And then later, Sinbad sees Aladdin and says, "Do not listen to Yunnan." And it's like, it's just the first chapter right after
Well,
where the anime left off.
To be fair, I've
And these
only
are-
watched the anime. I have not read the manga at all. So
These are two characters that both seemed like quintessential amazing people. And they both have such a crazy past.
it
Anyway,
just shows what it takes
so
to get into
number
power,
15. Yeah, no, but there's so much I want to say about Sinbad. Anyway, number 14 is my favorite romance anime ever. It's Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf's amazing. The dialogue
Thank
is
you.
the best thing of all time.
Pretty gamer.
All right. Very good. And Spooky, you have yet to see it, I assume.
Yeah, it's on my list. I recognize the name.
It's definitely
Well, if
in my
it's on your
top
list,
20.
then that's
What number are we at right now?
we're at 14.
Fair. It's fair.
Ooh. I don't know why. It just hadn't even occurred to me. We broke top 15 now.
Yeah, 15 was Maggie.
Yeah.
It was because it was Moggy.
All right, so the next three are the three biggest hot takes on my entire list.
God damn. All right.
And I'm going to say them all together so we can enjoy them because they were all super close and I wasn't sure what to put ahead of what.
Okay.
All right, so number 13 is Fullmetal Brotherhood. Number 12 is Hunter x Hunter, and number 11 is One Piece.
Can you hook me up with whatever you're smoking, bro? What the fuck? I remembered One Piece being 11, which cheesed me. But FMA, Hunter x Hunter. Oh,
Hunter x Hunter and One Piece are top 10 for me. I
Same.
feel like Full Metal Alchemist is pretty accurate to where I would probably put it. Maybe
all three are top 10 for me.
I feel like it's been so long since I've seen Full Metal Alchemist.
I
need
say
to,
this
like,
is a hot
re-experience
take.
it,
I
but-
say this is a hot take because for me, when I would think individually of One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I would always say that they're top 10. But actually, when I ended up making the list, it's an anime and manga list. When I ended up making the list, I was really surprised. I surprised myself when they ended up in 11, 12, and 13.
So what's number 10? Nux. I'm triggered.
Number 10 is Made in Abyss.
Yeah. I'm not on board. The last 3 episodes were amazing. Overall, like I love the art style. I love the music.
So
Everything
I
about-
actually just caught up to the manga.
So you read the
and-
manga. I was about to say I've only off the last 3 episodes. They were fantastic, but I can't even rank that top 25 off of just what I've seen.
So
Man.
just from the anime itself, I would have also ranked it in. I would have for sure ranked it top 25. It would have probably been top 20 for me. It would have probably been around 18ish. But the manga,
Wow.
man, Bone Druid, the villain that's introduced at the end of season 1. You know, the guy
He's
who was
a
like,
cruel guy. He's freaking messed up.
he is one of my favorite villains ever. I love him.
Ooh, he's a big boy. I tell
Made
you
The
in
what.
Abyss
deeper they
better
go
than
down
Hunter
into the
x
abyss,
Hunter.
the more messed up everything gets. Everyone, it's just so good. The different philosophies of the different civilizations living in the abyss is so twistedly epic. I don't know. For me, when I used to think best adventure anime, I was like, the One Piece, obviously, but
Okay. So I can't speak on One Piece, but I mean Brotherhood for me is 12. Like out of my top list, it's 12.
so
So, like that's pretty fair actually. I
Damn.
mean, I think we're on pretty darn similar terms there. And then Hunter x Hunter is 8 for me. So I mean it is in my top 10, but like I mean that's pretty close. I mean it's pretty close.
yeah.
For
Yeah,
me, it's the difference between literally a 9.3 and a 9.1. So like,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree 100%. Oh, you go ahead, Briggs.
I can't disagree with where you put Hunter x Hunter and FMA. Like it's very close. Like Hiding said, One Piece not being your 10, it hurts, and Made in Abyss being higher is crazy. But then again, I haven't read the manga, so I feel like it just started picking up. Like the last 3 or 4 episodes were amazing, and then I'm sure it gets really good. So
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
One Piece is my all-time favorite, and Hunter x Hunter is my third favorite. But I agree wholeheartedly with Brotherhood. I think that's very fair.
One Piece is my favorite manga of all time. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, this
I
list
just-
is anime and manga. And look, One Piece in 11, I don't think that's so bad, man.
Like it's not, but it deserves a top 10 spot.
it
So
deserves a
what
top
we're
3
arguing
spot,
is on
bro.
one spot.
If you've taken that leap, if you've taken the leap to read all of One Piece, like you obviously know how good it is.
I feel
Dude,
like
I love One Piece.
when I
so
watched
much.
your video, and then I saw like I'm like, okay, like you're putting One Piece at 11. Like, I was a little bit upset, but then when I saw every anime that you named in your top 10, and the fact that they're not like none of them are in my top 10, like just made it so much worse.
Oof. Oops. Well, in any case, remember when I said that Furumeto Hunter x Hunter and One Piece were my 3 hottest takes?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually lying just to hype it up because my hottest takes are 9 and 8.
Oh my god. Okay, bring it on. Bring it on.
So number 9 is Pokemon Adventures, and number 8 is Digimon Tamers.
Oh my god. I mean, apparently the Pokemon manga is good. Again,
That's what I've heard,
like you're literally your 10, 9, and 8 are things I can't comment on because I haven't read the manga for Made in Abyss, and then Digimon I haven't watched since I was like super young. So
Have you ever seen Tamers even?
I'm pretty sure I have, like when it was on TV.
Like I
So-
can't say I've given Digimon a fair chance because I remember not liking it when I was super young. So I just never ever like tried it basically. Like I've seen some episodes when I was little. That's it. That's as far as it goes. So I can't comment really.
Playmaker just donated 300 bits to thank you for being the only one who reads the Pokemon Adventures manga. I've heard the Pokemon Adventures manga is like pretty fucked
No.
up.
I've actually read the Pokemon Adventures manga. Yeah,
Yeah?
I actually own the. They aren't in manga volumes. They're like in comic book style, like 25 cents at the grocery store. Get an old thing of.
No,
Superman.
they're an
No,
actual
no.
manga.
No, I have a really old one. I mean, unless I'm thinking of a different one. I could be, but it's like the original Pokemon manga from the 90s. But
Well,
then
have
when
you read
was
it?
the original release, yeah, because I have it. I like physically own it.
So
But they were
you've
like,
seen the part where like they're trying to kill each other, right?
I mean, lots of things die in Pokemon Adventures
Okay,
manga.
so that's good then. So yeah, I think we're on the same page here.
And where does it rank for you, Hiding?
I mean, I think the FMA manga is better than that. But I mean, it's pretty cool, and I have a lot of nostalgia with it, and it's like one of my prized collectibles. Because
For me,
my
nostalgia
friend-
matters. I don't know. I feel a lot towards shows that I've
Yeah,
seen.
it's your
Yeah,
favorite.
I
It's
can
your
agree with
it's your
that.
top 50 favorite anime, right?
Yeah, I understand it. I mean, I'd probably have a couple picks that people would.
But even
want in my top
nostalgia
10.
aside, there's some really amazing moments in Pokemon Adventures.
Yeah, the art is cool too. Like actually,
art's
like
really
pretty
cool.
impressive. Yeah. I like
Yeah,
seeing
it even has
inside.
fan service, which is very cool.
That's right.
Doesn't
I
sound like
remember that
Pokemon to
part.
me, guys.
Scene? Probably not. But when Green was fighting Sabrina, and Sabrina's Alakazam was using psychic powers that blasted all of her Pokeballs away, so she couldn't use them, and then Sabrina's Moltres was gonna roast her to bits. But really, Green kept Pokeballs in her bra to make her breasts look bigger, and then she just pulled her shirt off, and boom! Did you remember
Hey, I've
that?
seen that meme.
Yes. No, the Pokemon. Honestly, I think it's the best incarnation. It's pretty great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very cool.
I'll be
I'm
honest.
very happy about this. Number 7, since this is going far better than I thought. Number 7 is Mob Psycho 100.
I can get down with that for sure.
It's so good. I don't think
Have
it ends
you-
up being in my top 10, but it's close.
Have any of you read the manga for the ending?
I have not.
Is it a different ending?
Well, there's like enough for like I'd say like 10 episodes maybe. Like
Oh,
there's
really?
not that much left, but I'd say it's like the perfect end to Mob's character arc. So I would recommend it because I don't know if we're ever gonna get a season 3 because like I said,
No, we
there's not
are.
much left. Oh, we
I'm
are.
sure we are.
No,
of course we are.
Because we have a anime original OVA written by that's coming out that's going to be like apparently, but and maybe I'm wrong here, but I think from what I heard, it's going to be between season 2 and season 3, and then after that they're going to do like a proper finale. Maybe it'll be a movie,
okay.
but no, I'm almost certain that they're planning on continuing. Like sales and stuff have been good for it, and blah.
And
blah,
also,
blah,
can I
blah.
just mention that in the opening of Mob Psycho season 2, there's this one line, "I can feel your masturbation," and that's very cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's great. It has a
True.
great ending. Season 1 and 2 are fantastic. It was very hard for me to put down when I started. I can
Alright,
I can
well.
dig that being top 10 for
I'm
sure.
No,
happy.
Mob is actually fantastic, amazing, crazy sauce. It's the best, dude.
And if
Great.
Spooky says it's crazy sauce, then that's impressive. I mean,
That
this
was
is
me.
the guy. This is the guy who watches Lucky Star and
just-
sees God
Oof.
breathing life into the world. So
Wait a second. Okay, you said too spooky, so I thought that you mixed us up because we both have Midwestern accents, but then you said Lucky Star, so never mind.
He's talking
I
about you.
said,
We're talking about
I meant you, okay? Bag face man. My bad. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Do I look like a bag to you?
Yeah, sorry, man. Someone was posting in the chat this whole time that our avatars look similar. Spooky.
I guess I
So-
can see it.
So
I
if you
think
look
the-
like a bag, then so do I.
Hey, I love bags. I
Yeah,
was just I
bags
didn't
are
wanna-
underrated.
Wait until I take on my true form, take off the bag.
Oh
I'm
my
very
god.
excited. And boom, it'll be Briggs. Anyway, so number 5. So here no one's gonna like this. Number 5 is Fate Zero.
Oh, that's something
Fate
I
Zero
completely
is
skipped.
very, very good, but it wouldn't make my top 10.
Ooh, I'm getting nervous, dude. I'm waiting for at least 2 series, and like we're down to the last 5, and I don't think I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna be really sad.
Have you seen Fate Zero, Spooky?
I haven't seen any Fate. Like I know there's like
Dude,
50 of them.
Please, no, just watch Fate Zero.
I didn't watch everything. Okay, I don't
Wait,
know.
I-
What you want me to say.
I thought Fate Stay Night was supposed to be a
Everyone's
good
telling
one.
me in the chat that I skipped 6, and in actuality, I did skip 6. I forgot somehow.
Oh boy.
number six is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
How
Dude,
did we
that's-
skip
That's what I gotta
JoJo?
watch.
I thought I skipped 6.
That's the next long one I'm gonna take on.
I mean, it's pretty much my same opinion with Fate. I think Fate and JoJo's are both fantastic. They're amazing, but neither of them make my top 10.
For me, the vibe of JoJo's is next level, and I love it so much. And I love memes.
The
I feel like the
fights.
memes and the community also definitely do enhance my experience with the show.
Honestly, for me, I'm there for the fights. The fights are amazing.
The fights are amazing. But even fights aside, just seeing JoJo references everywhere is amazing.
That doesn't make it better for me, bro.
It does. It does for me, though, because it's part of this greater JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You know, all the themes that Hiding was talking about in Evangelion about, you know, an individual and then a group and stuff.
hmm
That is the themes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Is it?
Yes. JoJo's is deeper than Evangelion. You've heard it here, fam. Anyway, number 5, Fate Zero. You were saying something about not seeing it yet, too spooky?
Oh, I was saying I haven't seen a single Fate because there's like.
All right, so here's the proper way to watch the Fate franchise. Since people have been talking about it, there's like many different understandings on how to do it. This is how you do it.
Okay.
You start off with watching Fate Zero,
Okay.
and then you don't watch the rest of Fate.
Oh.
Well, I thought Fate Stay Night was the best one.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, Fate Zero is amazing. It's so good, damn.
I liked
Please,
Unlimited Blade
Spooky.
Works too, to be honest. Just not the ending.
So I liked Unlimited Blade Works also, but it wouldn't be in my top 50. And in fact, it wasn't in my top 50. As I'm sure you all know. It wasn't even in my top 117.
I love how everyone in the chat is just like, Zawardo. Sono
this is
Chino
me, this is what I
Sarame.
love. So in the chat, we got Rainier saying that I heard Fate Apocrypha is good, and you heard wrong.
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not.
That's
the
what
only
I've been
great
meaning to
Fate.
say.
The only really great Fate is Fate Zero. Too spooky, please.
You're making me cry, Nux.
And the thing is, knowing your taste, I think that this will actually be one
Oh.
of your favorite animes.
I feel like there's so many great things that people hype up a lot for me, and I just need to watch them. But the problem is,
Yeah.
I don't know what to prioritize half the time. Like I'm prioritizing JoJo pretty soon because like everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta watch JoJo. You gotta watch JoJo."
Spooky, I can guarantee you will like Fate Zero more. Knowing your taste, you will like Fate Zero.
Like I believe I will, and I will watch it. I can guarantee you that.
I have a feeling you will
everything
like
on
it
this
more
list-
than like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I intend to watch. I might. You never know.
All right. Well, anyway, so that was number 5. Number 4, coming in with the best ending in anime, it's Code Geass. Yeah.
Overrated.
Hey, Spooky, my guy.
Yeah. See, I will agree with you though, Nux. I do think it has a fantastic ending,
And
and
enemies.
I really do appreciate that about Code Geass. And I think it's a great series for sure, but I think it's majorly overhyped.
What's it called?
Code
Nux
Geass
likes
is
it like so
beautiful.
much better than Death Note. I'm the opposite. Honestly, change
Yeah.
Code Geass and Death Note spots.
man.
Like literally just swap them out, use the Uno reverse card, and we're good.
What about One Piece?
Just those two spots. I'm saying like One Piece should be number 1 or 2. So
Agreed.
All right, so I like Code Geass way more than Death Note. Oh my god. So again, since nostalgia does have a part of this, I feel like Code Geass is a very nostalgic anime for me. It was the first short anime I've seen. Like before this, I've seen like all of the millions of episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh from like
My man.
original Yu-Gi-Oh and 5Ds. All not 5Ds. 5Ds was later because it only came out later. But GX like episode 150 or whatever.
Season
yeah,
0.
it's same
I
thing
watched
with me, man. Death Note was
I
probably
watched all the Yu-Gi-Ohs.
one of
Then
the
I've watched all of Naruto until where it was up to. I watched all of Bleach until where it was up to. And then I watched... I needed another anime. And I was in one of the chats in like one of the random piracy websites. And I was like, hey, guys, recommend me an anime. And then somebody's like, Code Geass. I'm like, this looks weird. Code Geass. Anyway, so then I watched Code Geass. And it was my favorite thing ever. And it still is one of my favorite things ever. And I just rewatched it. And it's great.
I think I have the same effect with Death Note probably because that was probably the first short anime I've ever watched.
Not to go off on a separate tangent here, but I know for a fact since we're this high up, it's not going to be on here. And part of me wasn't expecting it to be, but I feel Bleach deserves a top 50 spot for Soul Society alone. The rest of it can...
Bleach is an honorable mention. It was one of my 15 honorable mentions.
Bleach
but
is way better than MHA, bro.
Soul Society alone deserves a spot. Even if you say the rest of it is trash, that alone deserves a top 50 spot. It could be
for the
50
first 100
for all
episodes,
I
I agree. Top 50.
Yeah. Like everything else is very questionable and not top 50 at all. But that alone, I feel you overlooked. That's just my hot take.
Well, I appreciate your hot take. It's very, very nice. But I don't think so. I think that the Soul Society arc, again, was one of the best shonen arcs of all time. I feel like the soundtrack in Bleach was one of the best soundtracks in all of anime.
I can agree with that.
I think that 3 of the characters in Bleach were amazing. Urahara, Kenpachi, and Ukiura. Oh, Aizen or Ukiura. Like, the 2 of them are pretty great. So those 4 characters I think are really great. The rest of Bleach, I don't think compares to any of the anime in my top 50. And that's why it's not here.
I cry, but I've said my piece and I understand.
Anyway,
Yeah.
But Code Geass, though, I think is
I mean, it's amazing. It just wouldn't be as high.
The
on
ending
list
of
as
Code
you.
Geass is... Every time I rewatch the ending of Code Geass, I'm like, oh man, this is the best anime of all time. Like, the last 5 episodes of Code Geass are in their own league.
They are great. I will give it that. It is one of the best endings for anime, for sure. Not
You meant
denying that.
the
But the
best
rest of it, overhyped.
Anyway, number 3. And, so this is a tough one because I kind of want to even make it higher. It's One Punch Man.
One Punch Man's so good.
One Punch Man is so good.
Like I think I'll put it in my top 10. I'll put it.
I think
right now I made a decision.
I think personally I probably wouldn't put it that high, but I do love One Punch Man, so I can respect it.
Have you read the manga, Spooky?
Yes. I mean, I haven't been caught up for probably like 6 months, but I was caught up with the webcomic when it stopped for a while.
Oh damn!
So-
So you're probably still ahead of me. I didn't read the webcomic yet. I'm still in the. I just finished the Murata manga, and it's so
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, I don't know where he left off based on like what the last thing I saw, so I'm not sure where he's at right now, but it's great.
Yeah.
His art is
So where
amazing.
I am right now is Tatsumaki is about to face off with Gyoro.
Okay, yeah, I know where you're at.
So I don't know. I'm loving every little bit of One Punch Man. Is fantastic. And for me, it was fighting between the number 3 and number 2 spot. I didn't think anything would ever take the number 2 spot from Berserk.
Okay, I was waiting for
Ever.
Berserk, and I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
So
It's
for
my
me-
number 2.
Yeah, right below One Piece.
Yep.
But
with
like,
you.
I never thought that something would challenge Berserk's throne at number 2. And One Punch Man really did. I'm suffering between 3 and 2 here. But yeah, number 2 Berserk I'm very happy with. Manga, of course. And
Damn straight.
And yeah, I think that everyone who's read the manga will agree.
I mean, I think it's amazing. It's not my number 2, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not caught up on the manga. I mean, obviously, I respect Berserk as a choice just from everything I've heard from other people, and I haven't dipped into it yet. But I would want to say that I also have not caught up to the webcomic or anything like that on One Punch Man. I just read a little bit farther than the first season, and I think that it's pretty much caught up to where I was at in the second season staring now. But going off of just the anime, which I know this is anime and manga, but going off of just the anime, I think Mob is so much better.
So
than One Punch. I think
it's so funny you say that. When I started putting this list together way before before I hit 500K, just because I was very excited and stuff. But and I put Mob higher when Mob Psycho season 2 ended. I was like, damn, Mob actually beat One Punch Man, and it was 7 and 8 for me, Mob and One Punch Man. And I actually put Mob above it. And then after reading the One Punch Man manga, it jumped up to 3 for me. Garo, I think Garo is one of the greatest villains ever. I mean, damn.
I can't wait to see where they go with this character. He's already changing and developing so much. I need more. I need more. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm with you. So yeah, One Punch Man and then Berserk. Berserk's fantastic. I think Guts is pretty awesome, and Griffith is too, and everyone agrees. Great. Number 1, yay, Gintama, and no one's seen it. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Man,
I plan on watching
I
it
watched
after
70
JoJo's.
episodes, and it was so mid-tier average for me. But I've heard so much good stuff from you, Nux, and even so many people that I feel like anyone that's caught up with Gintama loves the shit out of it, and they.
You don't realize how it all builds on itself and keeps getting. And even the arcs that seem have nothing to do with anything. There was a whole arc of guys sitting on toilets, plotting how the other guys sitting on a different toilet. That's right. We watched that together.
That was so good.
I love that scene so much. And everyone's plotting. Do you realize that entire thing is meta commentary on anime like Death Note, where the potato chip and eat it scene, the over dramatization of minor things where it's a mind game and it's they use metaphors to describe things. That's what that toilet scene represents. They're all sitting on the bathroom with sandpaper, and they're I think you should use the sandpaper. And different people whatever. It's brilliant. Okay.
L versus light, but on toilet.
Honestly, I'm incredibly surprised that you put Lucky Star as number 1. That's nuts, dude.
What? All right, Nuts, I gotta ask you this: have you read Vinland Saga or Vagabond?
I have not read Vinland Saga or Vagabond.
Okay.
They're both on my must-read list. I'll write to Kingdom. Those are the 3 manga
I gotta
that
read
really
Kingdom
need to
too.
read.
But I would say I feel like Vagabond and Vinland Saga for sure would make your top 50.
I have a feeling they would probably make my top 25.
I'd agree with that.
From what I've heard about it. I need to read Kingdom, Vinland Saga, and Vagabond. Those are the 3 manga I need to catch up on. And as far as anime, I really would like to watch the Monogatari series. I think that's up there on my list of anime I really want to see. I want to finish Hajime no Ippo. I want to watch Slam Dunk as far as sports anime. And I want to give another shot to Hitman Reborn, just because I dropped it at episode 30.
That's right when it starts getting good.
I know, that's what everyone tells me.
Also, I'm so sad, Nux. I'm so sad that you didn't include Kenichi in your top 50.
Kenichi was an honorable mention.
I appreciate it.
I put Kenichi top 50. I need to read the manga though.
You only watch 70 anime. Doesn't mean it.
Okay,
just to let everyone know, One Piece is my favorite manga of all time, and Kenichi is my favorite anime of all time, both tied at number 1.
And this is a nice way to get out of picking one above the other, Briggs.
Exactly.
Yeah, we understand. We understand.
If I had to, I won't. But then it goes Great Teacher Onizuka, Steins Gate, Hajime no Ippo, which were on your list, which I appreciate, but they're all in my top 5.
Well, in any case, thank you all very much for not being too evil. Mostly because you haven't seen them. But anyway,
you guys remember the time
this was a lot
that
of fun.
Cowboy Bebop was above 40?
It was 46, which is pretty good.
That hurt.
And yeah, that was fun.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, good times. I'm very excited. If I ever hit 1 million and I make a top 100 character list, which I foolishly promised, then we could do this again.
Top 100 characters. I can't wait for them all to be fucked up characters.
Like they're all total psychos and Zorro, you know?
And Zoro.
Yeah. Anyway, I still think Zoro's the deepest character in One Piece. I'm working on that video on him. It'll just be really long, and I put it on the back burner because like it's too long to work on in one shot, and I upload a hell of a lot. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming. Very cool. It was a pleasure to have you all. It's been too long, Spooky.
Indeed.
Great.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you. So, Spooky, Hiding in Public, Lord Brigo, all in the description on YouTube, and me, I guess. If you want to check me out, that would be sick. Don't watch the 500K special because that got spoiled. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. I would read Twitter reviews, but I don't have patience. So that's that. Are we all good?
All
Anyone want to say
good.
anything?
I guess so.
All right. So have yourselves the most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.
Shinpaku. There we go, Screw.
I was waiting for a bang.
I was
Alright,
about to
so
do bang, but
anyway-
I'm like, nah, I was feeling a Shinpaku.